We begin the countdown to kick off our featured game. We're joined by Central football coach J.W. Downs. Coach, your team dropping a hard-fought decision to Easton Valley last week at home, 52-36. Tell me about that game.
Our goal for the week was to have fun together as a team. And even though scoreboard wasn't the outcome that we wanted, we were able to accomplish that goal, having a great week of practice, having a lot of fun as coaches and as players, and we were able to do that on Friday night as well. We had fun and we played together.
All right, now let's talk about offensively. You put up 36 points in that ball game. Who led you offensively?
Owen Hammerslin had a great game on the ground, had 159 yards rushing and 4 touchdowns. 3 of them were 30-plus yards. It was fun to watch. And Griffin Hammerslin was also able to sneak in on a goal line play for a rushing touchdown as well.
All right, let's talk about defensively. Who led the way for you on that side of the ball?
Matt Speckheather had a great game flying around to the football, had some big hits, a lot of tackles, and he had 2 forced fumbles that both were recovered by freshman George Reimer, who really stepped up playing a starting position to fill a spot for us on defense. He was able to recover both of them. So it was really cool to see an upperclassman and an underclassman working together on the defensive side of the ball to get some takeaways for us.
All right, now let's talk about turning our attention to Edco. First off, what do you know about the Vikings?
We know they're a really good football team. They're well coached. They're very disciplined, and they got a lot of fast athletes. We know it's going to be a tough game. Last week, going into the Easton Valley game, we knew that they were a top 10 ranked team, and we were able to compete with them for a majority of the game. We looked at it as a way to test ourselves. And they're doing the same thing this week. We're going to have fun together as a team, and we're going to test ourselves to see where we're at as a program.
All right, keys in the ball game for Central then. What do you have to do?
We got to be able to play defense. We got to be able to shut down their phenomenal run game. We want to improve on our pass defense as well, like we have been all throughout the season. Offensively, we got to be able to execute in the red zone on third downs. That comes back to me as a coach as well, making sure that my play calling is on par and we're just able to execute and take advantage of those opportunities.
All right, now, you guys obviously won 3 games a season ago. You've got 4 wins this year. I think you like the progress this team has continued to make.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we didn't have the outcome that we wanted the past few games, but, it's a growing process. Year 2 of this program, getting the kids to learn on all aspects of the ball, learning from games we've lost, learning from games that we've won, and just making progress moving forward.
All right, Coach, good luck to you in the ball game. We look forward to talking to you afterwards.
Thanks, Dan.
Central football coach J.W. Downs and his Warrior program. Countdown to kickoff continues after this.
When making up a to-do list, don't forget to include servicing your car at Edie's AC Delco Service Center in Garnavillo. Your car should have the best care, and Edie's will make sure of it. Stop in or call 964-2186 to make an appointment. Tires worn out? Well, Edie's can replace them. Need a tow? Call Edie's at 964-2186. Kay, Lynn, and Todd invite you to stop by and fill your car's tank with fuel at Edie's AC Delco Service Center in Garnavillo. Edie's open 7 a.m. Mondays through Saturdays.
Alpine Communications believes connected communities become thriving communities. We are the local telephone company that became a 21st century communications provider. Alpine provides internet, television, cellular security, and telephone too. We promise personal, timely, reliable service from people who live here. When you choose us, we all thrive. Connect with Alpine Communications today. Click alpinecom.net or call 563-245-4000.
Strawberry Building Supply offers all your building materials for residential and commercial projects. Whether you're building from the ground up, remodeling your home, or a weekend project, we have the materials you'll need. We are an authorized Milwaukee dealer for all your Milwaukee tools. Strawberry Building Supply also has everything you'll need for your pets and livestock. Stop into Strawberry Building Supply today at 413 West Mission Street, Strawberry Point, or call 563-933-4579.
Hey, Justin Birdnow here from Birdnow Chevrolet in Monona. I want to take a moment to wish all the local athletes good luck during their game. You have worked incredibly hard and it shows during each game. Myself and the entire Birdnow Chevrolet Monona team is wishing you all that you do your best and good luck.
Central State Bank provides a complete line of lending services to help you get the best out of life, from home mortgages and equity loans to vehicle and personal loans. We have expert lending professionals who will work with you to provide options to address your needs. At Central State Bank, you won't deal with a branch or department. You'll deal with a banker who is dedicated to you. Central State Bank, member FDIC.
Mom, yeah, put that on my to-do list. There is more and more on my to-do list every day. I can hardly keep up, and I have to make sure everyone is paid. But who has time for the bills?
You know who can help with that?
Who?
Elkader Tax and Bookkeeping. They not only do taxes, but specialize in bookkeeping services as well. Has your to-do list gotten too long? Want help? Give Elkader Tax and Bookkeeping a call at 563-245-2154.
Warrior Viking Football is brought to you in part by Carr Auto Group, online at karautogroup.com. Fisk Farm and Home in Monona, Cresco, and Decorah. Farmers Savings Bank of Colesburg, Elkport, Garber, Strawberry Point, Arlington, Elgin, and Wadena. Member FDIC. Clayton County Recycling in Monona. Myers Auto Service in Monona. TJ's Pizza in Monona and Claremont. LTI & Sons Water Conditioning, your Connecticut dealer in Postville. Dean Family Chiropractic in Claremont. Thompson Construction and Monona Overhead Door. Growl Logs and Lumber in Elkader. Timber is a crop, harvest wisely. St. Olaf Ag Sales and Service. T&K Cahoon, your Napa dealer in Monona. And Nick's Excavating and Kane Construction in Farmersburg.
Epic Wear. Get personalized clothing for your school, your team, family, friends, business, or any event. Epic Wear has a huge range of customizable apparel, trophies, and awards. They offer free design help or design your own apparel at getepicwear.com, and you can even set up a free website for your fundraiser. Epic Wear, walk on. Call 563-568-2301 to place your order today.
NEAT is connecting more and more homes and businesses to reliable, fast broadband internet in Northeast Iowa. NEAT's fiber optic network has expanded and is now offering speeds up to 1 gig in and around Monona, Lowena, St. Olaf, Farmersburg, Postville, and surrounding rural areas. NEAT Fiber provides high-quality internet, television, and telephone services at the speed of light. For more information on how to upgrade your speed and services, visit NEITEL.com or call today, 877-638-2122. NEAT, connecting you now.
Are high bank fees draining your wallet? It's time for a change.
At People's State Bank, they believe in low fees that put you first.
Tired of being charged for using your debit card, sneaky paper statement fees, or monthly maintenance fees?
With People's State
We continue the countdown to kick off our featured game. We're joined by Edco football coach Alex Hanna. Coach, our team improving to 7-0, an impressive win at Calamus-Wheatland. Tell me about that game.
Yeah, came out and did what we wanted to do. I was very happy with the boys agreeing that we need to stay hot. You know, I talked to them about just beat Easton Valley last week. This was a classic trap game. You know, that's the old coach speak. Coach speaks as a trap game. But they had some talent offensively, and they had some guys that can beat us if we let our guard down. So I was very happy that we came out on fire and executed the whole ball on all three phases of the ball. So
all right, let's talk about first off the defense, holding Calamus-Wheatland to 6 points. Who led the way for you on the defensive side?
Yeah, defensively, you know, it was kind of a whole defense effort. They got inside the 10 3 times. And we stopped them all 3 times. We had a turnover on downs inside the 5-yard line. I think we had an interception, and then we had another turnover on downs. So defensively, very, very good effort. Leading us in tackles was Jaden Miller. This was his first game leading us in tackles. We had 3 sacks in the game. We had 8 tackles for loss in the game. So it was a team effort, to say the least. I was happy that some of the younger guys stepped up in this game and had a pick. Dace Arthur, sophomore, had a pick 6. Had another interception from Connor Balls, also a sophomore. Some of the younger guys stepped up in this game. That was great to see.
Yeah, absolutely. Offensively, put up big numbers there. Who led you on offense?
Yeah, balanced again. Once again, we were really happy to be balanced offensively. We're not so reliant on one thing as we were earlier in the season. Jack Steger, super efficient night. He was 6 for 8, 187 yards and 4 touchdowns. Threw the ball to 3 receivers. Carter Batten caught 2 for 86 and a touchdown. Connor Balls caught 2 for 30 and a touchdown, and Christopher Lang caught 2 for 70. And 2 touchdowns. And then rushing the ball, 145 yards, 4 touchdowns, kind of spread pretty evenly all across 4 ball carriers. So very good to see us be efficient offensively with the throwing and the passing of the ball. And we had a kickoff return as well, so scoring all over the place.
Yeah, no kidding. Good to see. All right, you guys closed the regular season hosting Central. District title is already wrapped up here, but I know you want to finish undefeated. You host the Warriors. What do you know about them?
Yeah, absolutely. Central, well known for their run game. They got 3 or 4 kids that are pretty solid. Running the football, like to be in the eye. Also like to come out in the twins and work with motion on the jets and the counters. So they're a dangerous team because this is the first time in a while that they've had the amount of success that they've had. So that's awesome to see that their program is growing. And you can just tell that they believe in what they're doing. They believe in their coaching staff. So they're getting better. So we have to come out and we have to prove that we're the standard still in our district. So we have to prove that. And even though the district title is wrapped up, district champs 2 years in a row is great. Being undefeated in the regular season is also 2 years in a row would also be excellent. But there's things to play for still for us as well. We want home field advantage as long as we can have it in the playoffs. And losing on Friday night would not help us with that goal. So we're gonna go ahead and give every effort that we can to give ourselves the easiest path in the postseason possible.
All right, Coach. Good luck to you in the ball game. We look forward to talking to you afterwards.
Thanks, Dan.
You betcha. Edco football coach Alex Hanna on his Viking program. The countdown to kickoff continues after this.
Scooters Coffee in Manchester offers a variety of coffees, smoothies, blenders, and breakfast food products served all day long. Scooters Coffee offers fast and friendly service, too. In a hurry? Use the Scooters Coffee app to order, pay, and earn rewards. Simply stop at the drive-thru window and pick up your order. Scooters Coffee is open Monday through Saturday, 5:30 a.m. till 8 p.m. and Sunday, 6 a.m. till 8 p.m. We look forward to seeing you at Scooters Coffee in Manchester.
Northern Country Co-op and Viafield are now Nexus Cooperative, your full-service ag partner supplying all your agronomy, energy, feed, grain, and lumber needs. Our highly knowledgeable and experienced team utilizes the latest technology in feed manufacturing, agronomy services, precision ag, plant and animal nutrition, energy products, and grain marketing to keep our customers ahead of the rest. Stop in today at any of our 26 locations across northern Iowa and southern Minnesota, or visit us online at nexus.coop.
Good evening once again, everybody. How you doing? Dan Behrens along with Coach Aaron Hamann. Welcome to Edgewood, Community Dreams Field. We're on the football side. And in our matchup tonight, we close the regular season with the Edco Vikings taking on the Central Warriors. For the Vikings, first off, they are 7-0, the 6th-ranked team in the 8-man game. They're looking to finish the regular season undefeated. For Central, you're 4-3. You've got a chance to enter 5-3, maybe get yourself into a postseason discussion. They would need some help. But let's start with the visiting Warriors first off here. Good to be playing a meaningful game here late in the season, which has been a rarity for them the last few years.
Absolutely. It's probably not the ending that they wanted to be seeing. They wanted to be kind of in the mix, and this being a much more meaningful game for them. Don't get me wrong. It's a meaningful game for them. They got to win this, to try to have a chance to have something in the postseason, but the way they started out the year 4-0, they thought, we're going to be in the mix, and things have not gone as smooth the second half.
Yeah, they've dealt with some injuries, like, again, many teams has. They lost Braxton Borman, their leading tackler to this point of the season. Lost him a couple of weeks ago. He was their starting fullback as well, used as a lead blocker. But it's a team that returns one of the top leaders in the 8-man game rushing-wise, and Owen Hammersland, nearing 1,000 yards on the season.
Yeah, Owen Hammersland has just been solid all year long, and as a team, the Central Warriors have over 1,500 or about 1,500 yards, and Owen Hammersland is the leader in that group. And of course, they lost some of those yards because Borman carried a little bit, but between him and Griffin Hammersland, the quarterback, well over 1,000 yards. Mason Lone throws in a couple hundred yards. George Reimer has come on as of late to kind of fill that hole. So rushing attack has been solid for the Warriors all season long.
And the sophomore quarterback, Griffin Hammersland, in his second season is 30 of 59, has thrown 8 touchdowns, 7 interceptions, but throwing for 484 yards. Also, as you mentioned, rushing for 314 yards, so he's been a dual threat. You mentioned Mason Lone. It's the guy he likes to throw the ball to, and he has a couple of touchdowns of his 11 receptions this year.
Yeah, Mason Lone and Owen Hammersland both have a couple of receptions. And then, of course, the tall guy out there, Jake Hairtrump, he's got a bunch of receptions. he's just a great target to throw up and let him go catch it.
4 catches, 3 of them for touchdowns, by the way.
That's a nice stat line right there for not having a lot of catches.
All right, and again, Owen Hammersline has a dozen catches for 177 yards on the season, so he's, again, well over 1,100 yards rushing and, again, carrying receiving this football game as well. Special teams-wise could be a factor in this ball game tonight. And Central has had some success on the special teams. Lone has a touchdown return of 79 yards on a kickoff return. He also has a punt return for a touchdown, and they're hoping that kind of sparks them here offensively.
Yeah, he's returned 7 kickoffs, 3 for touchdowns, 7 punt returns, 1 for a touchdown. So 4 of those 14 for touchdowns. So he's the weapon, he's the speed weapon that Central has out here that Edco has to identify on the field.
And for the Vikings, we might as well keep it right here and start talking about special teams. They've been a little better on special teams. Christopher Lang has 4 returns, 2 touchdowns. Stager has 3 returns, 2 of them for touchdowns this year. So, yeah, they've gotten the things done there as far as returning kickoffs for touchdowns with their speed.
Well, and they've outscored their opponents by tremendous amounts. I don't know if anybody's been within 30 points of them. And that's a reason because they don't kick, they don't kick off, they don't get kick returns. They score touchdowns.
Yeah, right.
They just score and, kick it off to the other team.
Yeah, Turkey Valley's been the only close game they played, and they won that 46-22. Meanwhile, Jack Stager having a super sophomore year, almost 1,900 yards there in total offense.
Yeah, and, he throws the ball really, really well, well over 1,000 yards because he's got great receivers, but also running the ball for, close to 800 yards. And he's that dual threat quarterback as well. What a dynamic player for them. Little dinged up a couple of weeks ago, but feeling more healthy by week 8 here.
And Stager has completed 54 passes out of 101 attempts, 21 touchdowns, only 2 interceptions, and 1,222 yards. He has rushed 64 times for 752 yards, including 10 touchdowns. So he's averaging over 10 yards a carry running the football. But the receivers, and they're as good as you get, really, with Christopher Lang and also as well Carter Batten. Let's start talking about their receivers first off.
Yeah, Lang, 21 receptions, 489 yards, 9 touchdowns. Carter Batten, 12 receptions, 422 yards, 6 touchdowns. But then you throw in a couple other guys. Jaden Miller's got 11 catches, 201 yards, 4 touchdowns. And we can't forget about Carson Ingalls, who carries it as a running back. 64 carries, 384 yards, 12 touchdowns for Ingalls. So a lot of guys involved in this offense. That's so many weapons that you have to identify.
So we talked about the passing game. Then you add up Stager and Ingalls running the football there. Obviously, it's been a tough go for any team that has had to defend them. And the other thing is speed. The emphasis on speed. They're one of the quickest teams you're going to see.
Yeah, lots of speed and in lots of positions. That's the thing that's tough is Stager in the quarterback position is fairly quick. Obviously, Christopher Lang is fast. Carter Batten on the other side is fast. Then you got defensive guys who are fast. So there's just a lot of weapons.
Well, Batten and Lang defensively each have 4 interceptions this year. Gene Miller has a couple of interceptions as well. So they've turned teams over. William Hoffman, along with Ingalls, each have a couple of fumble returns. Meanwhile, for Central, Mason Lone has 3 interceptions to lead them.
Yeah, some of these special teams and, some of these situational stuff, turnovers could be a big part of this. It's just going to be curious to see how this all shakes out.
We'll take a break. When we return, the starting lineups and the opening kickoff for week number 8 with Edco and Central. You're listening to High School Football on KCTN, Garnavillo, Elkader, Iowa, watching live video on KCTN.com and on the KCTN YouTube channel.
Stronger, farther, faster. It all starts with good nutrition. Clayton County Farm Bureau is proud of our livestock farmers who provide high-quality protein needed to fuel our young athletes. The ultimate pre- and post-game fuel-up can be found in meat and dairy foods grown right here. Meat and dairy are natural sources of essential vitamins that support health, energy, and performance. We know our student athletes are the real deal, and Iowa's livestock farmers are committed to helping them reach their goals. To learn more, visit realfarmersrealfoodrealmeat.com.
When I started out in the car business, my dad gave me some good advice. Hi, it's Forrest Brown with the Browns family of dealerships. What my dad told me is when you sell someone their first car, you need a good sales department. But if you expect to sell them their second, third, and fourth car, you better have a great service department. Visit any one of the Browns family of dealerships in Guttenberg, Elkader, West Branch, or Victory Ford in Dyersville and find out why Browns is your hometown dealer, no matter where your hometown may be.
At Freedom Bank, we're more than a bank. We're 100% employee-owned and proud to be part of the communities we serve. Our home equity line of credit is a smart, flexible way to use the equity you've built in your home. Whether it's home improvements, tuition, or unexpected expenses, Freedom Bank empowers success with local lenders you know and trust. Visit us today and let's build your future together. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender. All loans are subject to credit approval.
The Woodland Eye Clinic in Elkader and West Union are proud sponsors of high school sports. We are committed to bringing our patients the highest level of total eye care with detailed one-on-one attention. Our offices offer the newest technology and equipment with a professional team of experienced staff that is committed to you. Call us today for your next total eye care appointment. The Woodland Eye Clinic in Elkader and West Union supports all of our local athletes taking the field or court this season. Welcome back to Edgewood. Central comes in 4-3. The Vikings are 7-0. Let's go through the starting lineup. First off for Central. Starting at quarterback for them is going to be, once again, the sophomore, and that is Griffin Hammersland. Sophomore, 5'9", 180 pounds, also plays outside linebacker. The slot receiver is Mason Lone, a sophomore, 5'11", 135 pounds, also plays defensive back. The tight ends are Jake Hertrup. He's a senior, 6'6", 195. The other tight end for them is Preston Culper, a senior, 5'11" and 150. Culper also plays defensive back. The starting guard is Max Fetkether. He's a senior, 6 foot 190 pounds, also plays defensive end. Owen Hammersland, the leading rusher there for the Warriors. He's a junior, 6 foot 195 pounds, also starts at outside linebacker. Garrett Burns is a tackle, the senior, and he's a guard actually at 6'3", 190, also plays defensive end. The anchor of the line is Braden Taylor. He's a senior, 6'1", 245 pounds, also plays nose guard. The other defensive starters on defense are number 21, Jamison Fikert, a junior, 5'6", 130 at defensive back, and George Reimer, a freshman who has stepped into that middle linebacker spot. He is 5'10", 140 pounds. The lineup now for the Edco Vikings. The quarterback is Jack Stagger, sophomore, 5'10", 175. The running back is Carson Ingalls. He's a senior, 5'7", 160, also plays linebacker. The tight end is Connor Balls, a sophomore, 6'1", 170 pounds, also plays defensive end. The wide receivers are senior Christopher Lang, 6 foot 175, also plays cornerback. Carter Batten also plays wide receiver and cornerback. He is a senior, 6'2", 170 pounds. The anchor of the line up front is the center in junior Ben Piersbacher. He's 5'11", 280 pounds. The guards are Brady Tyne, He's a junior, 5'8", 195. The other guard is sophomore Keegan Stelkin. He is a 6 foot 205 pound sophomore and also plays defensive end. The other starters on defense are Billy Hoffman at nose tackle, senior, 6'2", 205. And then you got a pair of sophomore linebackers, Dace Arthur, 5'11", 160, and Jaden Miller at 6 foot 150 pounds. Our officials for tonight's ball game, it's Dennis Schrader's crew tonight. I think second or third time we've had them this year. Dennis Schrader, Mark Junk, David Buchholz, Larry Meyer, Daryl Tucker, your officials for tonight's ball game. We go through keys in this ball game. Let's start out for Central. They somehow have to keep Edco's offense slowed down tonight.
Yeah, I think ball control is where that's going to have to happen. If they have the ball on offense and can move the ball on the ground, keep the clock running, manage that clock, keep it out of Edco's hands, I think that's going to be a key for them. And I think they need something to happen on special teams in their favor.
All right, meanwhile, for Edco here, what you've done so well is take charge of your teams you've played. You've gotten off to fast starts. They'd love to continue that here, get a lead, and then stay healthy for the postseason.
Yeah, absolutely. They're going to try to get out to a fast start, try to score some points, get that comfortable lead, and then maybe rest some of those guys, make sure they're 100% healthy going into the postseason next week.
We'll have updates on a number of games tonight, including MFL Marmac at Northeast. A Bulldog win makes them the number 4 seed. Clayton Ridge hosting Nashua Plainfield tonight. An Eagle win by 10 points or more would keep their playoff hopes alive, but there's lots of things to play into that.
Help, yeah.
And they got to beat Nashua Plainfield first off, the second place team in that district. North Fayette Valley hosting New Hampton. A Tigerhawk win gives them the number 4 seed in the district. Starmont is at South Wind, and those teams really playing for a 4th place position there in that district, as actually North Butler has the 3 seed wrapped up already just because of points.
Yeah, absolutely. And South Wind, I think, is a little favored in that, but Starmont playing better in the second half.
And also tonight, it is Postville at BCLUW. That is a non-district ball game. And the Pirates face a team at BCLUW at Conrad tonight, and that team is 2-5. Warriors set to receive wearing their white bottoms and tops. They have the red numbers there with the black trim, the red helmets with the Warrior logo on one side, numbers on the other. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, back in black tops and bottoms, the yellow trim. They've got the yellow numbers, Vikings across the front there, and they have the black helmets with the Viking logo on each side and the yellow face mask. Edco won the toss, but they decided here they're going to play defense first off in this game.
Yeah, and I think they're confident in their defense. They want to see what Central's going to throw at them here and let them play first and then let the offense settle.
Back deep, Mason Lone for Central. Also back there as well, I believe, is going to be Owen Hammersland. So we lunch it away as week number 8 ready to get underway. It is Miller launching it away. Jaden Miller. It is a good high kick. It is fielded there at the 18-yard line, and they bring it up left side, and they get it to the 25-yard line. Actually back there to receive was number 20, I believe, and Max Fetkether is who that was. Fetkether was back there instead of Owen Hammersland. He brings it right side across the 20 out to the 25-yard line, and that's where the Warriors take over on their first possession. First down, 10 yards to go.
Yeah, Central's going to start decent field position here out at the 25. Let's see what they come out to do if they try to use some of their speed.
And again, it's a team that is not afraid to throw the football, but they'd really like to run the football in this ball game tonight. 2 receivers to the left, 1 in the slot. Lone goes in motion to throw the football. Griffin Hammersland over the middle, completed there. It is caught by Jake Hertrumpf. Just a quick slant inside Viking territory across the 40 down to the 36-yard line. 5th catch of the year and a good start for the Warriors.
Yeah, just a little quick slant and nobody over the top in the middle there, so Hertrumpf able to get that saving tackle by the Vikings. Otherwise, he had a lot of green grass.
18-yard pass play there, and what they did is it was basically play action as they faked the handoff. So they line up here with a fullback now on first down, 10 yards to go. That is Owen Hammersland. He'll get the carry on first down, goes left side across the 35-yard line down to the 32-yard line, picks up a couple of yards. Dace Arthur up from the secondary to make the play. A 5-yard pickup on first down. So this is one of the different looks we've seen. We had Central early in this season, but the ability to move Owen Hammersland to fullback, let him play tailback, they're going to be all over.
Yeah, I think they'll move him around, give him different looks, and try to get the ball in his hands. But an interesting play to start, kind of get Edco back on their heels.
Second down, 6 yards to go. This time they're in pistol formation, and they're going to run it up the middle. It is a Hammersland, but again, runs right into the wall of Vikings up front. Nowhere to go that time. Defensed well up front by Edco. I'd say it was basically no gain in that play. And it's going to be third down and 6 yards to go.
And I think that was 44. I believe that's Hoffman there on that tackle. Had the first grab of Hammersland.
So, Hoffman up front doing a great job. No gain. Third down, 6 yards to go. Again, this is 8-man football. So this is 4-down territory once you cross midfield. And again, midfield is the 40-yard line. We're only playing an 80-yard field. And it's a third down for Central with 3 receivers lined up to the left side and a single receiver to the right on third down, 6 yards to go. Swing pass left side, caught by Owen Hammersland. Quick slant, first down yardage, middle of the field, down to the 25-yard line. One-on-one coverage, tackled there by Connor Balls in the secondary. They needed 6, picked up a little bit more than that, and the Warriors continue the drive to the 25-yard line.
Yeah, just a little different look there with lots of receivers, man in motion, just to kind of get Edco off guard, and quick slant, Hammersland able to pick it up.
And we see the Warriors quickly getting the ball out of the hands of Griffin Hammersland here. Just a couple of quick passes that they've hit on this opening drive. So first down, 10 yards to go. Again, they continue. 2 receivers to the left and Lone in motion again, but this time they run it. Counterplay left side. It is Owen Hammersland. Can't get to the corner. It is stopped immediately defensively. There for the Vikings, I should say. Carter Batten, one of the first Vikings there, coming up from the secondary. It's a loss of a yard. Second down, 11 yards to go.
Yeah, Hammersland right at the line of scrimmage there, and when he went to turn upfield, there was no room for him, turned away.
Yeah, they gave you the eye candy of Lone going in motion to the right, then ran it to the weak side. So second down, 11 yards to go. First play of negative yardage for the Warriors at the 26-yard line. Hammersland is to the left of Griffin. That's Owen, and he's going to get the handoff, trying to sweep to the right side. Cuts back inside the 20-yard line. First down. He's outside the numbers at the 10-yard line, and it's going to be first and goal. Outstanding lead block. Garrett Burns got out there on the edge to lead things, and the Warriors are inside the 10-yard line. First and goal on their opening drive at the 8-yard line.
Yeah, just moving the ball down the field. An 18-yard pickup there by Owen Hammersland, and once he gets to that second wave, he's got a lot of room and running guys over, so they need to tackle him at the point of attack.
And it's basically been a balanced attack on their opening drive, which is over 3 minutes old. Back to the I formation. Griffin Hammersland is under center. First down and goal from the 8-yard line, and they're going to run it with Mason Lone out of the tailback spot. Slips as he tried to cut back. It was defensed well by the Vikings. He'll only pick up about a yard. It's going to be second down and goal from the 7-yard line. Jaden Miller, one of the Vikings there on that play. Pickup of a yard.
Yeah, not much there, and just like you said, slipped to the ground as he tried to cut. So we did get a little bit of rain here yesterday, but fields look great condition. Numbers look great. The Viking head in the middle, Vikings in the end zones. Wonderful looking.
Played a junior high game earlier, and it looks like it survived that just fine. Second down and goal from the 7-yard line. Back to shotgun formation now is Griffin Hammersland, and he's going to roll out to the left, being flushed back in the pocket. Throws it left side. That pass incomplete. He was looking near the goal line there for Jake Hertrump, was overshot, and it was high. In on the coverage there, Christopher Lang in that area. It's going to be third down and goal, 7-yard line. The deep receiver there was Zane Embretson, and had Griffin Hammersland gotten a little more time, he did have him running towards the back of the end zone.
Yeah, they had, as you said, Hertrump was cutting right at the goal line, but Emerson was in the back of the end zone, so that had that option too.
So now third and goal from the 7-yard line. Back to the I formation. Griffin Hammersland is under center. And on third and goal, toss played alone, trying to get to the edge. He's going to be wrapped up, shakes a tackle, goes inside the 5-yard line. He's pushed out of bounds at the 2-yard line, did an outstanding job. Lang came up and had a good shot at him, but he was able to fight through him. He gets down to the 2, closer to the 3-yard line, and it's going to be fourth and goal for the Warriors, and they're going to mark it at the 3-yard line here. Correction, it's the 2.
Yeah, just trying to get to the edge there and didn't think he was going to get there, but shook a tackler, got a little more yardage, so we'll see what they can dial up here on fourth and goal. They got 2 yards to pick up.
Yeah, Warriors, by the way, running the ball on third down, knowing they're going to run it again on fourth down. So 2 plays to try to get the 7 yards. It's fourth and goal from the 2-yard line. So a big play early in this ball game. Single receiver to the right. Central is in, once again, I formation. And on fourth and goal, they go to Lone. Lone, the deep back, goes between guard, left side, in for the score. An impressive opening drive for the Warriors. Mason Lone on fourth down from 2 yards out. A drive that goes nearly 5 minutes. And Central leads 6-0.
Yeah, just went power formation there and kind of put Hertrump on the outside, maybe as a decoy. Gives the ball to Mason Lone with the lead blocker. He's able to punch it in for the first score of the ball game.
So this exactly the start the Warriors hoping for in this ball game. So it's 6-0. Now the conversion. By the way, Central has went for 2 throughout this season. Owen Hammersland leads them in 2-point conversions with 10 on the season. So back to the I formation, same formation they just scored that touchdown on, and they're going to go to the fullback. Hammersland off right side, does not get in, defensed well. Hoffman there for the Vikings and a host of others. The conversion fails. 7-11 left in the opening act. 6-0. Central the early lead. Let's take this break.
This is Chris Holbert, General Manager of Hall Roberts Son Incorporated in Postville. We would like to wish the area student-athletes both a safe and successful sports season. We have been a community-based company since 1864, servicing and supporting the area ag industry with products necessary for daily success. We look forward to continuing to serve and support both the ag industry and high school athletes in our surrounding communities. Thank you and good luck from the families at Hall Roberts Son.
Warrior Viking football is brought to you in part by Edgewood Farm and Home, Lloyd Kelchin Grain in Edgewood, Kendrick Forest Products in Edgewood, Four Scoops and More in Colesburg, Community Insurance with offices in Edgewood and Delhi, Citizen State Bank of Monticello, Hopkinton, Ryan, Manchester, Winthrop, Strawberry Point, Springville, and New Vienna, member FDIC and equal housing lender, Blooms Flowers Gifts and More in Edgewood, Edgewood Convalescent Home and Lincolnwood Assisted Living, and by Northeast Iowa Subdrains in Strawberry Point. 6-0. It is again Central in the lead. Kickoff there launched by the Warriors. It's a touchback. Owen Hammersland with a touchback into the back of the end zone. Lang was back there to receive, but over his head, and it's first down, 10 yards to go for the Vikings at their own 15-yard line for the Warriors. Drive that ends up going a total of 55 yards. They score on a 2-yard touchdown run by Lone on fourth and goal from the 2, but the conversion fails, and it is 6-0 the score here in this ball game.
Yeah, and, both of these teams obviously playing for pride. They're so close to each other, a bit of a rivalry going on here. Edco probably has the 1 seed cinched up, but Central playing for maybe a chance here.
First down, 10 yards to go. The Vikings in shotgun, and it is Batten going in motion. Toss play right side, trying to get to the edge. He gets out to the 30-yard line, just short. Stop there on the far sideline. Griffin Hammersland in that area, and it's also there as well is number 20 in Fetkether. Pickup of about 3, second down and 7 yards to go. Now this ball game, even though we talked about Edco having things wrapped up in this district championship, they did that with how things played last week, but needing to win this ball game because this could be used down the line. You want to be one of the ranked teams. You'd guarantee yourself 2 home games by winning tonight.
And depending on how things shaken out, maybe a third.
Yeah. Snap. Bobbled there by Stagger. Picks it up. Runs ahead. Saves the play for a couple, but that's about it. Never came through with the snap. It was a ground ball to him, and it's going to be third down, 5 yards to go. So the Vikings here, 3rd and 5 in their opening series. But again, if you're Edco, you can't get to game 2 in the playoffs if you don't win game 1.
Well, yeah,
can't
you
get to
game
game 3.
Win them one at a time, but they're thinking long term. We want to be ranked. We want to be one of those top teams. Maybe get a chance for that third game, but that's what they're playing for tonight. And of course, everybody loves to be undefeated.
And they're ranked 6th, and obviously you keep on winning, you're not going to fall out of the top 8. So third down, now 5 yards to go. Bunch formation to the left, back to Stagger to throw the football. Stagger has time, now flushed out of the pocket left side, running way back at the 5-yard line, spins, then runs up the field to the 10-yard line, throws it right side. It is in and out of the hands of Engels. Incomplete at the 32-yard line. He was open in the middle as Stagger kind of looked like the early days of Fran Tarkenton. Running around and buying time, went all the way back to the 5-yard line, threw a strike to Engels, just could not haul it in, and it's 4th down for the Vikings.
He covered a lot of real estate and then found a way to get his shoulder square and hit Engels right in stride, and Engels not able to pull that in. Vikings are going to have to punt here.
So Mason Lone goes back to receive, and Edco once again will punt it away. And that is Miller punting it away. It bounces at the 30-yard line. It's a short kick, and it'll lay up there at the 29-yard line down there by the Vikings. And with 5:34 to go in the opening act, a win for Central defensively. They get a stop, and Edco a rare 3-and-out.
Yeah, they haven't punted a lot, and they haven't been stopped on downs in a while. So, that was a big stop for Central's defense. Let's see if Edco can regroup their defense here and slow down this Central offense, who had a really great first drive.
Yeah, for Central, had a drive that used up over 5 minutes, and you got off the field in 3 plays. So the Warriors lead 6-0 here in the early part of this football game. They have first down, 10 yards to go. From their own 30-yard line is where it's spotted. And again, 2 receivers lined up to the right. This is pistol formation now for the Warriors, and they're going to run it inside, sweep there to Lone. On the inside counter play, goes across the 30 to the 31-yard line. Lang up again in support defensively, and also there as well is number 34 for Edco, and then it's Keegan Stelkin. It's a pickup of about 2. Third down, I'd give him 3. Second down, 7 yards to go.
Yeah, a pretty good game there for a nice defense up front, and Lone able to wiggle his way out to 3 yards.
So second down, Warriors lining up again without a receiver. Lone is basically at a wing-back spot to the right side. Second down, 7 yards to go. They run it with Owen Hammersland trying to get to the edge, and he has no chance. Vikings stuff it out defensively. Number 5 in that area in Connor Balls, and also there again is William Hoffman, who has had a great year defensively for the Vikings. That's a loss of 4 yards.
Yeah, they're going to back him up, and Lone was the lead blocker there out of that slot and got the first guy, but there was 2 more right there ready to go.
So the Vikings trying to force a 3-and-out after they went 3-and-out. Third down and a long situation for the Warriors. This is certainly what they want to stay out of in this ball game tonight, the third and long situations. Meanwhile, the Warriors want to take a timeout to talk things over. 4:28 left in the opening act, 6-0. Warriors at the early lead. Let's take this break.
Looking for the best suppressors with seamless service? Interested in helping protect your hearing or have questions on the NFA process? Head to Stronghold Corp, your one-stop shop for premium suppressors and unbeatable expertise. Whether you're a seasoned shooter or first-time buyer, we can get the best brands and latest models to fit your needs. Enjoy hassle-free eForms electronic fingerprint processing with our state-of-the-art Cerberus LiveScan system. Contact us today by heading to stronghold-corp.com for more information. Stronghold Corp, where silence meets precision.
The Brim Coffee House in Elkader is a proud sponsor of Central Elkader Sports. The Brim offers specialty coffees, a variety of baked goods and pastries, soups, salads, and sandwiches. Don't forget, we have The Brim apparel available in store. Check out our Facebook page to see our weekly specials of soups and salads. The Brim Coffee House is located in downtown historic Elkader at 110 West Bridge Street and in McGregor at 211 Main Street.
Third down, 11 yards to go after the Warriors take the timeout. On third down, Griffin Hammersland to throw the football, looking to set up a screen. It's covered. Griffin Hammersland now running. Ingles trying to chase him down. He does. Dives for him. Pushes him out of bounds on the central sideline. And Griffin Hammersland unable to get to the corner. Because of that, he stopped out of bounds at the 34-yard line. They pick up about 5, and it's going to be now fourth down for Central in their own 34-yard line.
Yeah, just not enough room there, and nice job pursuit there by the Vikings after they sniffed out that screenplay.
And Ingles taking a great angle there to track him down. So Owen Hammersland to launch it away. Back to receive will be Stagger, going back inside the 25-yard line for Edco. They'll move him back to the 15-yard line. Owen Hammersland gets the snap, quick drop, kicks it right side away from Stagger, bounces at the 10-yard line and goes out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. Nailing the corner that time was Owen Hammersland. They mark it officially at the 10-yard line, and it's going to be first down, 10 yards to go. That ends up being a punt that goes a total of 46 yards. Actually, 36 yards. And it's first down, 10 yards to go for the Vikings, starting in their own 10-yard line.
Yeah, we'll see if they make any adjustments here on offense, but had a hard time getting the ball moving there in the first possession. Had a 3-and-out. It's been a while since they've had one of those. Central, nice job on D, making them a little uncomfortable.
And the Vikings answering, making a change there defensively as the Warriors were balanced on their first drive, but had no luck running the football on that drive. So first down, 10 yards to go. Pistol formation for the Vikings. Receivers left and right, and they're going to run it with Stagger. Stagger across the 10-yard line. Correction, it's Ingles. 15-yard line. Breaks through. Ingles to the 30-yard line, and he's going to take it to the house. What a run by Carson Ingles. Looked like he was stopped after a 5-yard gain. This run goes a total of 70 yards. And the Vikings on their first play from scrimmage here after the drive bogged down by Central. Lang takes it to the house, and it's now 6-6.
Yeah, Carson Ingles looked like he was going to maybe get him 3 or 4 yards on that. Met a defender right there in the hole, kind of shed him, and then got a great block downfield with both wide receivers continuing to block downfield, and that sprung Ingles, and then it was just a foot race to the house.
And this is the type of offense the Vikings have, and that speed, once Lang got through there, he ran away from everybody down the field. Here's your conversion. They run the option right side. Stagger's going to keep it, runs over a defender, and goes in for the conversion. 3:56 left in the opening act. 8-6 Central here, trailing Edco. Let's take this break. Hey sports fans, take a time out to call Garms Financial Services for all your insurance needs. Whether you need auto, home, farm, health, crop, or business insurance, Garms Financial Services and Grinnell Mutual has you covered. You'll receive quality protection, expert advice, and local friendly service. Owner Brian Bugenhagen, along with his staff, look forward to serving all your insurance needs. Call them today for a free competitive quote. Garms Financial Services, located in Elkader and now also in Monona, your trusted choice agency.
Boisier Lumber Company in Guttenberg and Elkader, your do-it-best rental center, handles Midland garage doors for residential, commercial, and agricultural needs. Midland Steel garage doors provide the best all-around value when appearance, security, durability, and low maintenance are desired. Boisier Lumber and Midland Doors take pride in providing their customers with top-quality products and superb customer service. Contact Boisier Lumber in Guttenberg and Elkader, your do-it-best rental center, for Midland overhead doors sales and service.
Carson Ingles, a 70-yard touchdown run. It is a Stagger with the conversion. And again, our score 8-6. Edco answers in the blink of an eye on that 70-yard run.
Yeah, we always think of them quick strike in the pass game, but that was a run by Ingles, and it looked really good running the football.
Yeah, and Ingles over 450 yards rushing now on the season. Another weapon. So to launch it away is Miller. Miller kicks it left side. It is Fetkether at the 10-yard line. He'll bring it up near side. 20-yard line, able to get through to the 30-yard line. Miller, the kicker, finally able to bring him down, but not before Fetkether gets inside Viking territory to the 38-yard line. Nice return by number 23, in George Reimer is who that was. Not 20. Fetkether was back there earlier. Reimer with the return. First down, 10 yards to go for the Warriors, but they start inside Viking territory.
Yeah, that's a huge return, just getting it inside Viking territory. So starting at midfield, giving you 4 downs for this third possession for the Warriors.
Central scored on the opening drive. Second drive, they went 3 and out, and now trailing for the first time in this ball game with the score 8-6. So first down, 10 yards to go. 2 receivers lined up to the left side, including a receiver in the slot. And on first down, 10 yards to go, they're going to run it right side with Owen Hartrumpf, and he slips as he tried to cut back because the Warriors had it defensed. Miller, and also there as well, Stagger. It's only a gain of a yard, and the Vikings here toughening up their run defense.
Yeah, Hammersland had nowhere to go, got met high and low that time by those 2 linebackers, and even with the block of Lone, not able to spring anything.
So second down, 9 yards to go. Same formation for the Warriors here. And again, that involves Lone going in motion, and they're going to keep it now with Griffin Hammersland trying to go around left side, and he's going to try to be tracked down, and diving for him is Miller, tripped him up from behind as he falls ahead to about the 35-yard line. There was some room out there, but Miller tracked him down and dove, which only allowed it to be about a 2-yard gain.
Yeah, Miller able to get that shoestring tackle from the backside, but good job stepping up into the lanes. But then when Griffin Hammersland rolled that out, Miller just pursued right down the line and able to catch it.
So another 3rd and long situation for Central. 3rd down, 8 yards to go here. But again, you're on the Edco side of the field, so let's see how the Warriors decide to play this. And on 3rd down, they will continue the same formation. Owen Hammersland is to the rights of younger brother Griffin Hammersland. And on 3rd down, 8 yards to go, they're going to run it left side, and it's a reverse to Lone. Lone on a reverse to the 35-yard line. Defensed well by the Vikings as Lone pushed out of bounds by Jack Stagger at the 32-yard line. They ran a reverse, and it looked like it was set up great, but the Vikings flowed well. It only ends up being a gain of about 2, maybe 3, and it's going to be 4th down for the Warriors. 4th down and 5 yards to go.
Yeah, it looked, at first glance, it looked like they had the right play call there, but great pursuit. Stagger coming right down that line on linebacker and finishing off right on the sideline.
Yeah, it was Stagger that pushed him out of bounds, but Connor Balls was able to come up there and continue putting defensive pressure, which really extended that play a little wider than what the Warriors wanted. So 4th down, obviously it's a situation where the Warriors are going to go for it here at the 33-yard line. Closed formation at the left side of the line. Griffin Hammersland gets the snap to throw the football. Rolling out right, throws it, looking left side, and overshoots his intended receiver in Mason Lone, who was covered in the secondary there by Lang. Pressure by the Vikings in the secondary, and also there getting through the line on the right side, a couple of defenders, including number 34 for them, and that once again is Keegan Stelkin. And it's incomplete. Warriors turn it over on downs.
Yeah, Stelkin did a nice job getting upfield, forcing the issue, and a great pursuit on the backside by Balls. So both of those guys kind of forced that play to go a little faster.
So 1st down for the Vikings. They take over in their best starting field position tonight at their own 33-yard line. 3 receivers to the right. They have an empty backfield. Jack Stagger alone. And Stagger gets the snap, looking to throw the football. He's looking long. He's looking for Batten. Batten overshot down at the 15-yard line. Batten spun one way, started to go the other. That ball overshot. And the ball goes to the Vikings here at 2nd down and 10 yards to go. It is no surprise that for Edco, after a turnover, they tend to take a shot. After you get a big stop defensively, they tend to take a shot.
Well, and you've got Carter Batten, and I don't care how fast you are. When you get spun a couple of times, it's hard to keep that speed. But I still think that ball just a little overthrown. Stagger gives that a little more air, maybe gives him a chance to run it down.
So 2nd down, 10 yards to go. Ingalls is now behind Stagger. They are in pistol formation, and Lang goes in motion, and there is movement, I believe, there by the Vikings. So a false start penalty. I believe that's what it is against Edco, and sure enough it is. 5-yard penalty that pushes them back inside the 30-yard line to the 28-yard line. 2:11 to go in the opening quarter. Again, our score, it is 8-6. Edco in the lead here, and this is the 3rd possession for the Vikings as they went 3 and out on their first possession, but then Ingalls had that big touchdown run, and the conversion is the difference in this game. So 2nd down, 15 yards to go. Different formation now for the Vikings, as they will bring 2 receivers to the right and a single receiver to the left, and that includes Ingalls, who's not in the backfield. So back to Stagger. Again, he's got time. Stagger looking right side. It is caught. That's Jaden Miller. Catches it at the 35-yard line. Gets outside the numbers on the far side at the 40-yard line. Tackled there, and a good pickup on that 2nd and long play to make it 3rd and very short here for Edco.
Yeah, they've got about 2 yards, so that's a 13-yard pickup. That's a nice catch by Miller, able to turn that upfield and fall forward.
The good news is when Stagger is dropped back, he's had plenty of time.
He has. Early in this year, I think Edco was kind of worried about the physicality up front. But as the season's gone on, those guys up front have done a nice job of giving him time.
So third down, short situation, 90 seconds to go here in our first quarter. And again, a close formation on the right side with 3 receivers. Third down, short, Stagger alone in the backfield, gets the snap. He's going to follow that trip side on the right side, and he's got first down inside the 35-yard line, and they push it a little further on the far sideline, inside the 30, all the way down to the 26-yard line. Almost a Wildcat-type play, basically. Down to the 25-yard line, and the Vikings move the chains.
Yeah, just a quarterback draw all the way, and a good gainer there, able to get it down to the 26-yard line. Good gain.
So first down, 10 yards to go. Drive continues. What Edco did with those receivers on the right side, Ingles in that group, and in that bunch formation, you mentioned the blocks that the wide receivers threw downfield earlier. That's a group that blocks.
Yeah, absolutely. They look like a pass formation, but did a great job of blocking out of that, giving Steger some time.
First down, 10 yards to go. Receiver split left and right. Ingles is now in the backfield behind Stagger. And on first and 10, swing pass, right side, it is caught. That's completed to Lang. Lang makes a defender miss, goes inside the 20-yard line. He'll be stood up there. Finally brought down at about the the 19-yard line. So just a quick hit play to the right side. 7-yard pickup, though, on first down. And Stagger threw that ball where Lang able to just basically catch it on the run.
Yeah, Lang just kind of getting his momentum and then running right into that pass and getting a nice gain there on first down.
Inside 50 seconds left in the quarter. Second down, 3 yards to go here from the 19-yard line. Warrior defense, again, gave up a big play earlier, but Edco having to chunk their way down the field here. Receiver split left and right, and it's second down and 3 yards to go. Ingles is in the backfield. So on this play, Stagger, the second down play, swing pass, same play. Right side, it is caught. There's Lang. Far sideline, goes inside the 15, down to the 10. It's going to bring up first and goal, down to the 9-yard line. Just swing it out to the right for a 10-yard pickup.
Yeah, absolutely. Get it in Lang's hand, let him use his speed, getting good gains here, 2 in a row.
And they actually mark it at the 10, but it's still first and goal, nonetheless, for the Vikings, as he stepped out of bounds at the 10-yard line. So Edco here, first and goal. And they've run 2 hit plays to the right side, and Stagger has hit Lang in stride both times. First down and goal from the 10-yard line. And again, same formation. And on first and goal, Stagger looks things over at the line and waiting for the snap, and there it is. He's going to run it, actually going to keep it himself. Fake the handoff, goes left side, tripped up and doesn't get to the 5-yard line. Mason Lone, nice open field tackle. Stagger shakes that off. He goes in for the score, but instead it ends up just being a 4-yard gain. So that's how the first quarter comes to an end. We've played one. A good start here in Edgewood. Edco 8, Central 6. You're listening to high school football from KCTN Sports.
Top Gun Customs knows you can fill the deer tag well out of season. If you've tagged that prize buck, pull up to the stoplight at Top Gun in Garnavillo. That's it. Bob and his technicians have been repairing vehicles for over 45 years. We write the estimates, take the photos, and deal with the insurance company for you to ensure your vehicle is repaired quickly and, most importantly, safely. We also have free loaners or rental vehicles. Call Bob or Nancy at Top Gun to schedule your repair today. 563-964-9899.
Warrior Viking Football is brought to you in part by Silver Edge Cooperative in Edgewood, Strawberry Point, and Delhi, J&J Land Solutions in Edgewood, Mobile Track Solutions in Elkader, David Balls, agent for Balls Insurance Agency in Elkader, Rockwell Appliance and TV, the home of quality service with the lowest price guaranteed in Prairie du Chien, Waukon, Decorah, and Viroqua. Elkader Chiropractic Center, Dr. Jamie Hammerstland, Innovative Ag Services in Elkader, Monona, and Waukon, and by Norby's Farm Fleet in Northeast Iowa. Edco in the lead, 8-6 at the end of one. They have second down and goal at the 6-yard line. Couple of scores. Clayton Ridge and Nashua Plainfield are scoreless at the end of one. And also BCLUW leads Postville at the end of one by a score of 21-0. We'll continue to keep you up to date on those games. We'll have some other scores coming in throughout the night. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, second down, 6 yards to go, leading 8-6. And they certainly have found their rhythm offensively.
They have. They've had a nice mix of pass and run here and given Central different looks, able to move the ball here. And knocking on the door again for their second score tonight.
And obviously 4-down territory in this situation for the Vikings. 8-6 our lead. Edco again trying to finish the season undefeated. Warriors trying to keep any postseason hope alive. So second down and goal, 6-yard line. Close formation, low snap. Stagger going to run the option right side. He's going to keep it. Goes inside the 5, bounces near side and goes in for the score standing up. Jack Stagger, a touchdown run of 6 yards. And the Vikings build on here. They lead 14-6.
Yeah, just a nice lead block there, and then he cut it upfield, able to step in for that touchdown pretty easily. A good score there for the Vikings.
And now the huge conversion, which will try to make it here a 2-point game. So the Warriors here, at that time, giving up yardage passing-wise and also running the ball as well, and a good decision by Stagger on that option play there, just keeping it himself. So here's your conversion run. Ingles, they run the option, and this time left side. Stagger's going to keep it himself, goes in left side, standing up for the conversion around the left side of the line. So 11:55 left in the half. It is Edco 16, Central 6.
This is Cheryl Darling Mooney, Elmwood Public Health Supervisor. Did you know bats are bug-eating heroes? They help us by eating mosquitoes and other pests. But here's the thing, some bats carry rabies. Never touch a bat with your bare hands. If you are bitten or scratched by a bat, try to safely catch the bat for testing and speak with your healthcare provider about rabies prevention. Be a hero and leave bats alone in the wild to do their job while you stay safe. Call us at Elmwood Public Health with any questions.
Exceptional caring people. Veterans Memorial.
Inspiring changes to a happier, healthier you is what we do at Clayton Drug. We are committed to helping you achieve the highest quality of life possible. We are a full-service pharmacy offering services such as med packing to your home or mail delivery and online prescription refill. We also offer a cash pricing program on name brand and generic prescriptions. Call 563-245-2530 to find out more. Clayton Drug, connecting the communities of Elkader, Strawberry Point, and Sumner to serve us all in between.
So it's 16-6, Edco in the lead. Stagger, 6-yard touchdown run. Stagger with the conversion. He's run in twice for the conversions. And again, our score is 16-6 here. Vikings in the lead. And set to launch it away will be Jaden Miller. Back deep to receive this time for Central is Mason Lone back there, and they've tried to stay away from him. And I believe Reimer back there as well. So there's a short kick, and this is to the right side. It is fielded by Reimer at the 12-yard line. He's going to bring it left side to the 20-yard line and stacked up right there. Special team-wise, good coverage there by the Vikings. And that's where they take over. First down, 10 yards to go at their 20-yard line. Was that Hoffman on special teams making that play?
Absolutely.
That was Fetkether, by the way, that time number 20, returning the kick. Another score to pass along. Starmont leading South Win at the end of one, 14-12. So a lot of offense in that ball game. And again, that is a huge ball game as far as postseason-wise of which team gets in. Clayton Ridge, we mentioned, in Nashua Plainfield are scoreless. Eagles needing a win to keep any type of playoff hope alive. Meanwhile, first down, 10 yards to go. And they send Owen Hammersline in motion. Griffin Hammersline brings it around left end, has to cut back to the middle, trying to get to the outside now. He does. 25-yard line and finally pushed out of bounds at the 27-yard line. They wanted to run it to the left. That was quickly bogged down, but a good decision by Griffin Hammersline. Put the foot in the turf, cut back right side, ends up with a 6-yard pickup on first down.
Yeah, it looked like he was going to get, no gain or possibly a loss, and kind of reverses his tracks. They're going to give him 7 yards on that on kind of a busted play.
So second down, 3 yards to go. We talk about Stagger and the quickness he brings at the quarterback spot. Another sophomore in Griffin Hammersland, very similar to that. So second down, 3 yards to go. Single receiver to the right, and they send a back in motion, and they're going to run with Owen Hammersland. Right side, he'll be stopped short of the first down in a nice one-on-one tackle. Getting low that time for Edco was Tucker Balsinger, a junior, just form tackling well. It's a pickup of 2, third down and 1, but he made that stop one-on-one.
Yeah, that was one-on-one, and I think that was number 2 or number 5. Was that Connor Balls?
Well,
number 5, I think, is who made that tackle.
Yeah, we look on the side, look at the jersey there, but yes, I believe it was Connor Balls.
Yeah, that was a nice tackle by Connor Balls, getting low and taking him to the ground.
The jersey kind of tucked under there, so it looks like a 9. So third down, a yard to go, but it's a short situation here for the Warriors. And Reimer goes in motion, right side to Griffin Hammersland, trying to get to the edge, and the Vikings defend it well, but somehow Griffin Hammersland slides through on the far side, gets across the 30-yard line to the 32-yard line. Looked like it was going to be a loss for a yard or 2, but a good job by Griffin Hammersland, picking up 3 hard-fought yards and picking up first down.
Yeah, it looked like he was dead to rights behind the line of scrimmage, and all of a sudden squirts forward, falls forward, gains 3 yards real quickly, and able to get the first down, move the sticks for the Warriors.
Type of efforts that you talk about with Griffin Hammersland there, those are what the Warriors are going to need today, able to just kind of create those extra yards to keep things moving. So the second quarter just underway. Warriors trailing by 10 after scoring on their opening drive. Now back to the I formation for Central. And on first down, 10 yards to go. Griffin Hammersland goes deep to Owen Hammersland. He'll pick up a couple of yards off left side, not much. As a correction, that's
Reimer.
It is Reimer, number 23, carrying the football that time off left side. Hoffman in that area, Stelkin there as well. And only gained about 2 yards. Second down, 8 yards to go. So Reimer is another freshman for Central, who has seen his playing time increase as the season has went on.
Yeah, just a lot of young guys on this team. They lost Borman to injury. He was a senior for him, and Hairtrump, another senior.
So second down, 8 yards to go, and they're going to throw the football. Dropping back is Hairtrump, looking right side for Owen Hammersland. It is actually Hammersland. He was looking deep first off there. Running deep was Hairtrump, but then trying to swing it down right side, down near the 30-yard line, but overshot to Owen Hammersland. Griffin Hammersland's pass is incomplete. Stelkin in on the coverage for the Vikings.
Steger was in on that one.
24 and not 34.
Yep. And, but a good push up front. Kind of rushed Griffin Hammersland. Had to get rid of that maybe a little earlier than he wanted to, and just not able to drop that in. Good defense all around by the Vikings.
So now this is a third down situation here for the Warriors, but it's third and long. Third down, 8 yards to go. Two receivers lined up to the left. Reimer in motion. Griffin Hammersland to throw the football, being flushed. It's a screenplay, but caught by Owen Hammersland and blown up immediately by Carter Batten. A well-designed screenplay, but Carter Batten comes up from the secondary, makes the play for no gain. It is fourth down and 9 yards to go now for the Warriors, and they have an interesting decision to make.
Yeah, and I think if you're at this, you probably got to punt this away, try to play field position.
And from their own 33-yard line, the Vikings will stay in punt safe. So they have nobody back to receive here. So fourth down, 8 yards to go. Back to Owen Hammersland. He's going to launch it away. Batten almost came in from the side, but the kick, Owen Hammersland actually angled it outside the far sideline area, and it's going to end up towards the track area. So this went out a little further than he wanted it to, and they'll mark it down to the 29-yard line. So the punt, not very long, actually ends up being about 18 yards. And the Vikings take over, first down, 10 yards to go at their own 29-yard line.
Well, he was rushed a little bit, but you want to get a better punt off than that to try to pin the Vikings deep. If you're going to punt it where they were at in the field, you want to get that thing down closer to the goal line and make Edco go the distance.
And that time, with nobody back for Edco, you can kick it down the middle of the field.
Yeah, absolutely.
So first down, 10 yards to go for the Vikings. They've scored back-to-back drives and lead 16-6. They operate from the left hash mark. You have two receivers to the left, single receiver to the right. And on first and 10, Ingles is to the right, and they send it back in motion in Batten, and they're going to run it with Stagger. It's a quarterback boot, right side, gets across the 35-yard line and splits the defenders, and he's going to race down the near sideline. 20, 10, gone, touchdown, got it. It is Jack Stagger with a huge run there. That's a run that goes a total of 51 yards, and it's 22-6. Vikings here in the lead.
Yeah, 52-yard run there, and Jack Stagger had a nice block by both of his wide receivers. Nice block by Lang, another nice block by Batten there, just to spring him, and then it was all, how fast can I go?
So, again, it is now 22-6 as the Vikings begin to extend things here. And speed, we talk about this all the time in baseball, that speed never goes into a slump. And that is certainly the case for Edco in this ball game tonight. Here's your conversion to try to make it 24-6 here in the second quarter. Split receivers, and Stagger is going to run up the middle with Ingles. He goes in untouched right side for the conversion. 9:27 left in the half. It is 24-6. Edco leads Central. Let's take this break.
Hi, this is Cody from Torkelson Motors in Elgin and Walk-On. At Torkelson Motors, we believe that student involvement in activities is a great way to help grow our communities, and we are proud to help sponsor this game for your enjoyment. We've been serving Northeast Iowa since 1926 and appreciate the business that our customers have given us and the support they provide to our area schools and communities. So the next time you are in need of a new or used vehicle or a repair, stop into Torkelson Motors, where we've been selling cars the old-fashioned way with a friendly smile and a handshake right here next door in Elgin and Walk-On.
Being good at life means getting your finances in order so you can focus on the moments that matter most. With over 175 years of experience, New York Life Insurance Company offers insurance and financial solutions you can benefit from while you're, well, living. For trusted guidance, contact your local agents, Andrew Reimer or Troy Springer with your Vision Financial Group, proudly located and serving the beautiful Guttenberg community. Call Andy or Troy at 563-252-2471. Start planning today for peace of mind tomorrow. Your Vision Financial Group is not owned or operated by New York Life. So it's 24-6. Edco has scored touchdowns on their last 3 possessions. They have all of the conversions good. So it's again 24-6 as Stagger with a 52-yard run, Ingles run for the conversion, and again it is 24-6 as the Vikings, after being down early in this ballgame, have certainly answered emphatically. And it will be Miller to lunch it away from the 30-yard line. Jaden Miller, the sophomore. It's a kick towards the middle of the field, and this time it's going to go by Reimer, who lets it go back, and it'll just get into the end zone for a touchback. Whoa, a little too nonchalant on that one. Had it stayed on the field there was a chance for Edco to receive it or to pick it up. And as it turns out, it's a touchback to the 15-yard line, and the young freshman there able to survive that.
It looked like it was going to bounce easily, and all of a sudden it checked up, and you're like, I don't know if that's going to go in, and then it did crawl in. So, but he just kind of eased it in, said, it's going to go in, I'll let it go.
So now the Warriors desperately needing to answer. They scored on their opening drive, but they have been shut down since. First down, 10 yards to go, 2 receivers to the right here. And Griffin Hammersland, they send lone in motion, hit play right side. It is in and out of the hands of Hertrump. Just tried to run a slant play. Crossed the 30-yard line, incomplete, had one-on-one coverage. And that pitch there and was at the waist level, but incomplete. It's going to be second down, and now 10 yards to go.
They like throwing it to Hertrump because he's a nice big target, but you got to get it up by his hands, up by his upper body, because he can go up and get balls, but that was a little lower, had a hard time pulling that thing in, and just falls incomplete.
Dace Arthur was in on the coverage for the Vikings. So it's 2nd and 10 now here for Central, with 2 receivers to the right. And on this second down play, they're going to run up the middle with Owen Hammersland, hit at the line of scrimmage, and quickly shut down. Ball's the first one to meet him there. Then the rest of the Edco defense joined in. It is no gain. And after being able to move the ball on the ground on their opening drive, the Warriors have found it tough sledding.
Yeah, that was a great job right at the point of attack by Connor Balls to stop that momentum, and then got a lot of help to finish him off. And the Warriors here are just having a hard time getting anything going after that impressive first drive.
So now it is 3rd down and 10 yards to go, and we've said this the last couple of drives, but this is not where the Warriors want to be tonight at their own 15-yard line. So 3rd down in long situation, and Griffin Hammersland to throw the football, looking right side to Owen Hammersland, catches it, runs over a defender, steps out of bounds. I think he's short of the first down, though, as Jaden Miller able to push him out of bounds. He's a couple of yards short at the 23-yard line, so good enough defense by Miller, as Owen Hammersland was able to run by him, but he was out of bounds, and this is 4th down for the Warriors now, and an early decision to make here for Coach Downs.
Yeah, about 3 yards probably to pick up, maybe a short 3 yards. And I think Central's going to keep their offense out on the field, try to pick this up. They got to have an answer here. And if they can't pick up these 3 yards, it could be a long night for them.
Well, you're an underdog in this ball game tonight. It is 4th down. It is 3 yards to go. You have not stopped Edco the last 3 drives, and you're going to try to get something here. At least try to see if you can get Edco off sides. Meanwhile, the Warriors are in I formation, and Griffin Hammersland with a long count here, and there's a flag. It's a delay of game. So, and now actually they take a timeout before the flag is thrown by our back judge. So that's exactly what Central is trying to do, trying to get Edco to bite, but the Vikings stay put defensively.
Yeah, just not able to get them to move. So Coach Downs says, we'll take a timeout. We'll talk about what we really want to do here on 4th down and 2.
So, and you see Coach Downs looking at the play sheet there. So the case there, they haven't put it off the table yet as far as going for it on 4th down.
Well, you're 4th and 2. You're in your own territory. You're on your
own
it's
really
38.
Wouldn't you say it's really 3?
It is. It looks like 3. They've got 2 up on the board, but it looks like a long 2, a short 3. But you're within your own territory on the, what is it, the
23
3-yard line?
Just short of the 23.
Boy, I think I'd try to punt this away because Edco didn't send anybody back last time. Punt it. Try to pin them deep, try to get a stop defensively.
And after that timeout, that's exactly what the Warriors are going to do. 4th down, and they are going to launch it away. And again, the Vikings will stay here in punt safe defensively. So 4th down, it is 3 yards to go for Central, and Owen Hammersland into punt at his own 12-yard line. Gets the snap, and it's a fake. Owen Hammersland driving right side, looking for his receiver, Culper, into double coverage. It is knocked away. Knocking it away there is Stagger. Also there as well is Ingalls. They tried to throw it far sideline there on a jump ball to Preston Culper. It is incomplete. They tried the fake punt on 4th down, and the Warriors come up empty.
Yeah, you saw that developing as soon as Griffin Hammersland went in motion. You felt like something was up, and I think Owen Hammersland wanted to throw it deep to Griffin, but he was covered, so had to go underneath to try to get it to Culper. Double coverage, hard to get it in.
Mason Lone was out of the backfield.
Mason Lone, that's
was running down long, and the Vikings, again, you could see the Vikings were in punt safe. Playing as if they knew, again, it was coming. So on 1st down, 10 yards to go, they're with Stagger. Actually, Ingalls right side, down to the 10. 5 goes in for the score. Touchdown, got it. After the fake punt attempt failed for Central. On the next play, a 23-yard run by Carson Ingalls. And for the Vikings, they continue to roll now. It is 30-6.
What a night for Ingalls. He's had 2 offensive carries for 93 yards, both of them touchdowns. So the quick strike offense continues for Edco. And this is what we talked about with Central. They're trying to keep it out of their hands because this offense is starting to get their momentum.
Yeah, like I said, this is what you feared, is they would turn this into a track meet, which favors Edco. So here's your conversion. Let's see if they stay perfect on that tonight. From the 3-yard line, they run the option with Stagger. Stagger's going to keep it, and he goes in standing up. Great job by the right side of the line, just opening up a lane. So with 8:23 left in the half, 32-6, Edco, 32 unanswered.
During spring and summer, severe weather can strike in a hurry. If you see a power line on the ground, stay away, keep others away, and call your electric utility. If there's a downed power line due to an accident, stay inside your vehicle until the utility arrives and de-energizes the line. Learn what to do if you see a downed power line. Doing the right thing could save your life. Allamakee Clayton Electric Cooperative, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
Warrior Viking Football is brought to you in part by Guttenberg Municipal Hospital and Clinic. Check out career opportunities at guttenberghospital.org. The Loena Savings Bank, member FDIC. Culligan Water Conditioning in Elkader. Rivals Inc. Custom Gear, Screen Printing, Embroidery, and online shopping at rivalsinc.com. Bruins and James Insurance, your Grinnell Mutual agent in Monona. Furniture Showcase and Allwine, lighting showroom, flooring, furniture, and window treatments. And by Meyer Collision and Service Center in Guttenberg and Elkader. 32-6, Edco in the lead. It is Ingalls with a 23-yard touchdown run, Stagger with the conversion, and for the Vikings here, grabbing control in the second quarter with their 3rd touchdown of the quarter. So Jaden Miller to launch it away from the 30-yard line, Lone back to receive, and I believe back there to receive is Reimer once again. So they've sent Fetkether back there and Reimer, and it's Reimer's turn at the 5-yard line. So Miller to launch it away again here after the quick strike by the Vikings. It's a squib kick up front. It'll go by the first line. It's picked up by Lone at the 15-yard line. He'll bring it to the 20-yard line, slides ahead to the 24-yard line, and that's where the Warriors take over. 1st down, 10 yards to go at their own 24-yard line. We mentioned Central going for a fake punt in their own territory, but again, you're at the point of the ball game where you're just hoping to get a break here, make something big happen, because right now the Vikings have all the momentum.
They do. They've got everything kind of running on their side, both defensively, offensively, and Central's got to get something going. They got to try to get a score here. A nice long drive again to keep Edco off of the field.
So at the 24-yard line is where they spot it. 1st down, 10 yards to go. We still have 8:18 left here in what is quarter number 2. Culper goes in motion. He'll get the handoff to Owen Hammersland. Griffin Hammersland to Owen, right side, maybe a yard. Right side of the line, tried to go, and there's, again, balls in that area making the stop. Also there, Lang. And the Warriors, since that opening drive, 2nd down, 9 yards to go, they have really struggled. Griffin Hammersland has been actually the one to be able to get some positive yards.
Yeah, Connor Balls is playing that left side of the line, and that's where senior Landon Campbell, who got hurt a few weeks ago, used to be, and he's done a nice job tonight filling his shoes.
So 2nd down, 9 yards to go. 2 receivers to the left here for the Warriors, and Culper in motion once again. Quick slant play left side, overshot, Lone rather. Batten in on the coverage. They just tried a quick slant play at the 32-yard line, but throwing high. And they'd love to get the ball to Lone in open space, but it's incomplete, and it's now 3rd and 9.
Yeah, you got to get it in his hands, but you got to give him some room to get some momentum because he's quick enough and he's fast enough, but that line of attack has been closed down by the Vikings up front, so you got to get him outside somehow and get the ball in his hands.
One thing the Warriors don't want here, it's, again, a 3-and-out. So 2 receivers to the left on 3rd down, 8 yards to go. Owen Hammersland is to the left of Griffin Hammersland, goes in motion out of the backfield. There's a flag, and that play is blown dead, and I believe this is the Warriors' motion up front. You had illegal motion against Central, so it's going to make 3rd and 9 a little more challenging for them.
Yeah, we're going to back them up 5 yards here and make them do this from a little bit farther back.
Yep, so 3rd down and now closer to 14 yards to go. At the 20-yard line, they have to get to the 34-yard line for first down yardage. 7:38 left here in our first half. After the Vikings were stopped 3-0 on their opening drive, they have answered emphatically with a couple of big plays, a nice timed drive as well, as they have flexed their muscle all the way around here.
Yeah, and right now doing it defensively, doing the same thing, flexing their muscle here, and keeping Central off the field or getting them off the field quickly.
So 3rd down, 14 yards to go for the Warriors. 2 receivers to the right. Griffin Hammersland to throw the football. Looks right side. That pass intercepted. It is intercepted there by Jaden Miller. Miller brings it left side. He goes down to the 10-yard line. Inside the 10 and tackled at the 5-yard line. It's 1st and goal there.
Yeah, just
and actually out of bounds at the 10-yard line.
Yeah, ill-advised there. Just threw it into space and didn't realize there was a guy underneath. And nice job by Jaden Miller picking that off.
And so chased out at the 10-yard line, and now the Vikings start 1st and goal at the 10-yard line. There was a tackle at the 5-yard line, but that was a Viking tackling the Warrior defender.
Yeah, that was awkward. It was just the Warriors kind of laying on the Viking, and I'm not sure what was going on there.
So 1st and goal nonetheless for the Vikings here after the turnover by Central. And 2 receivers split left and right. 1st and goal. Jack Stagger rolling out right side to throw the football. That pass is caught. Slipping right side on the line there is number 5, Connor Balls. Just floats out to the end. Goes in for the score for the touchdown. So just like that, it's 38-6. But there's a flag down in the end zone.
And I think this is after the play. I think this is some extracurricular. I think they're going to give him the touchdown and mark this off on the kickoff, I believe.
So, again, the Vikings rolling out, Stagger to the right, and completes the pass to Connor Balls. So we haven't even talked about Balls as an option on this offense yet tonight.
Yeah, he's got 5 catches, 58 yards, and a couple touchdowns.
It is a touchdown, by the way. It is 38-6, and then you've got unsportsmanlike conduct, and this is against the Vikings. And I can tell you right now, Coach Hanna will not be pleased with that.
No, he'll have a conversation about that, and it was just some extracurricular activity after the touchdown. Right in front of 2 officials. That was an easy flag.
Yeah, so that makes it even dumber. It had to happen in front of the 2 officials. So now they'll try the conversion here, and they'll take that penalty on the kickoff. And it's, again, 38-6 now. Lost in the play is that it was a nice pitch right side to Stagger to Connor Balls with the reception. Balls, by the way, that's his 6th reception of the season, his 3rd touchdown.
Yeah, nice catch, too, by Balls, and able to sneak that in there. To finish off that after the turnover.
And the officials here, looks like we're moving people around. Things are where they're spotted. Took us a little bit, I think, to get into what this is a PAT attempt, but...
Yeah, I think they were looking at the clock, and I'm like, this is an untimed down. We're all fine. Just get them up there and let them run.
Let's get the conversion going. So here's your 2-point conversion attempt. And the Vikings are 4 for 4 PATs. They run the option left side, and this is a stroll in for Ingles. He cuts back inside. He could have pitched it there. It's Stagger actually keeps it. He could have pitched it to Ingles. Either way, they got to the edge, and one of them was going to score. And they go in standing up for the conversion. 7:24 left in the half. Vikings 40, Warriors 6. Let's take this break.
When making up a to-do list, don't forget to include servicing your car at Edie's AC Delco Service Center in Garnavillo. Your car should have the best care, and Edie's will make sure of it. Stop in or call 964-2186 to make an appointment. Tires worn out? Well, Edie's can replace them. Need a tow? Call Edie's at 964-2186. Kay, Lynn, and Todd invite you to stop by and fill your car's tank with fuel at Edie's AC Delco Service Center in Garnavillo. Edie's open 7 a.m. Mondays through Saturdays.
Alpine Communications believes connected communities become thriving communities. We are the local telephone company that became a 21st century communications provider. Alpine provides internet, television, cellular security, and telephone too. We promise personal, timely, reliable service from people who live here. When you choose us, we all thrive. Connect with Alpine Communications today. Click alpinecom.net or call 563-245-4000.
7:24 left in the half, 40-6. The Vikings have scored 40 consecutive points. This time it is Steiger hooking up with balls on a 10-yard pass play. Steiger runs for the conversion. That's his 4th conversion run tonight. And the Vikings perfect on conversions. And again, they lead by a score of 40-6 here in our second quarter with still 7:24 to go. They have scored 4 touchdowns in a little over 4.5 minutes here in this quarter.
Yeah, it's been crazy how fast they've been able to be a quick strike offense.
Don't you love the 8-man game? To launch it away, there is again. That is Miller. The ball bobbled there and picked up by number 21 for Central in Jamison Fikert. Fikert brings it all the way over left side and is leveled at the 20-yard line. He picked it up at about the 20, brought it all the way across basically the line of the 20-yard line, just trying to buy some time to maybe get to the corner. It did not happen. He got to the 19-yard line, ran away for no gain basically, and it's 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
And great pursuit that time by Dace Arthur. He got him, and I'm not sure who else was in there to finish him off, but Dace Arthur got to him first and closed that down real fast.
So 1st down, 10 yards to go for the Warriors as they led early in this ball game 6-0, scored on their opening drive. But since that time, I believe they have only 2 first downs since that time.
Yeah, they have just struggled offensively in many, many aspects.
So 1st down, 10 yards to go. Griffin Hammersline has Owen Hammersline to his left, and he brings it right side, trying to get to the corner. Chased down again, and that is Miller in pursuit. Brings him down, and they're going to lose yardage on 1st down. They couldn't get to the edge.
Yeah, Owen Hammersline has had a rough go tonight, just not able to get corners. Loses yard on that one, a stretch play, and Edco did a great job stretching it out and not letting him get upfield.
You know, the one thing Central has done this year, even in their losses, they've been able to move the football.
Yeah, they've been able to move it, especially moving the ball on the ground. Owen Hammersland's had nice years. Braxton Borman, when he was healthy, able to move the ball, and George Reimers moved the ball. Not able to do much of that tonight.
So the Vikings showing that they are a cut above everybody in this district as they have much of the year. 2nd down, 11 yards to go, 2 receivers to the right, and they're going to run it with Griffin Hammersline up the middle, maybe back to the line of scrimmage. Again, there's balls. No gain of a yard, but it's 3rd and 10. The Vikings making, obviously, some great adjustment after the opening quarter.
Yeah, the first play or first series for Central, Edco looked just out of sorts, and since then they have looked tough, top to bottom.
So 3rd down, 10 yards to go. We mentioned that this game for Edco, you've already got the district championship wrapped up. You know you're going to be a number 1 seed heading into the postseason. But how would they play this ball game? And yes, maybe that start was the best thing could have happened to him. Griffin Hammersline to throw the football, slant play right side. Owen caught by Hertrump, short of 1st down at the 28-yard line. They threw it along the hash mark there. Lang in on the coverage. Dace Arthur in that area, short of 1st down, but only a yard short, maybe 2 yards short of 1st down. It's at least a good yard. And if you're the Warriors, you got to go for this. 5.5 to go in the half.
Well, if they went for it on 4th and a little longer, you got to go for it on 4th and 1. You got to pick it up, because the Vikings offense is just clicking right now.
So again, a long yard to go. They have to get to the 29-yard line for 1st down. So here's your 4th down play for the Warriors. 4th down, a yard to go. They run it with Owen Hammersland. He's hit in the backfield and does not get to the line of scrimmage. He may have fumbled the ball anyway. Either way, he stopped short. He hung on to the football, and they fail there on 4th and a long 1 yard. No gain as a host of Vikings stack him up front.
I think that ball popped out, but he was able to bring it back in before falling down. But there was no chance for him to get through that mess up front, and they're going to turn it over on downs.
And again, you can understand the Warriors going for it. I mean, it's the 8-man game to begin with, but you're down 40-6 in this ball game. You're looking for something positive to happen here to just try to stay in this ball game here in the first half. And I know you say it's 40-6. What do you mean stay in the ball game? But an 8-man.
8-man, you never know what's going to happen.
So 1st down, 10 yards to go, and they're going to run the football left side with Carson Ingalls. Ingalls gets to the edge. He's to the 20-yard line, down the far sideline, 10, 5-yard line, pushed out of bounds there, and it's 1st and goal, but there is a flag down to the 20-yard line. We have not seen a ton of penalties, but I believe Jaden Miller may be your guilty party. Carter Batten, judging by his reaction.
And it looks like it's going to be a hold right there at the 20.
So they'll bring it back after a nice run there, left side to Ingalls. The Vikings getting to the corners. Another score to pass along. BCLUW leads Postville at the half, 27-0. North Fayette Valley leading New Hampton in the first quarter. Score of that ball game is now 8-0. And MFL Marmac leads Northeast at the end of one, 7-6 at the end of the first quarter. So again, it is now first down. It is 13 yards to go, so that play happened 7 yards down the field.
Yeah, far enough downfield where it didn't hurt them a ton.
And they look to roll right side. It is Stagger throwing the football wide open is Lang. Lang, a beautiful catch as he slides out of bounds, diving at the 11-yard line. He was overshot, but Lang brings it in. 1st and 10 for the Vikings, back down inside the red zone.
Yeah, nice catch there by Lang, and they're able to haul that in, get the first down, and move the sticks.
And had he been hit in stride, he would have walked up the sideline in for a score. But instead, they'll take it. First down, 10 yards to go at the 11-yard line. 4:48 left here in the second quarter. We talk about the 8-man game, but the Vikings are trying to put up their 5th touchdown here in the second quarter alone. First down, 10 yards to go. Pistol formation. They run it left side with Ingles. Ingles at the middle inside the 10. He's down to the 5. They push the pile ahead. It continues down inside the 3, down to the 1, and it's going to be 1st and 10. 1st and goal, rather, just short of the 1-yard line. They don't give him the first down, though.
Oh, they don't quite give him the first down. What a huge run there. Almost 10 yards on first down.
Yeah, how could this not be a first down? The ball is short of the 1-yard line, and it started back at the 11-yard line. So just short of the 11-yard line. But either way, the Vikings not concerned about that. It is 2nd down and a yard to go. Low snap. Stagger picks it up, brings it up the middle, goes in for the touchdown. His 3rd rushing touchdown of the game. And the Vikings, after getting a big stop defensively, they again use the short field. It is now 46-6.
Yeah, that's Stagger's 3rd touchdown. That's going to go down as a 1-yard run for a touchdown. But more importantly, that puts the Vikings over that 35-point threshold, and that clock's going to run. And it's amazing how fast that clock moves when there's no stoppage.
Well, and now for Edco, this is what you absolutely wanted, because you want to get out of this ball game healthy, and now you've got a big enough lead here in control that, again, Central would have to bring it back. Meanwhile, the PATs, they try to run it with Ingles, and that play is blowing up. It does not work, and the conversion fails. First conversion they failed on tonight.
Yeah.
So with 4:11 left in the half, 46-6 is our score. Edco in the lead.
Strawberry Building Supply offers all your building materials for residential and commercial projects. Whether you're building from the ground up, remodeling your home, or a weekend project, we have the materials you'll need. We are an authorized Milwaukee dealer for all your Milwaukee tools. Strawberry Building Supply also has everything you'll need for your pets and livestock. Stop into Strawberry Building Supply today at 413 West Mission Street, Strawberry Point, or call 563-933-4579.
Hey, Justin Birdnow here from Birdnow Chevrolet in Monona. I want to take a moment to wish all the local athletes good luck during their game. You have worked incredibly hard, and it shows during each game. Myself and the entire Birdnow Chevrolet Monona team is wishing you all that you do your best and good luck.
46-6. It is Edco in the lead. Stagger, a 1-yard touchdown run, but the conversion run fails. And Edco in the second quarter has put up a total of 38 points. And to launch it away will be Miller from the 30-yard line. We still have 4:11 to go. And this second quarter has been played entirely, basically, on Edco's offensive side of the field.
Yeah, they've been playing mainly down in Central Territory and scoring at will, big plays, long drives, you name it, it's been happening for them.
Miller to launch it away again from the 30-yard line. It's a high kick. Lone comes up to get it at the 15-yard line. Lone brings it up the middle, gets to the corner. He's got some room. He's across the 30-yard line, steps out of bounds there inside Viking territory. They said he stepped out of bounds back at the 37-yard line, but was pushed out of bounds down across the 40-yard line towards the 35-yard line. But he stepped out of bounds first at the 37-yard line, and that's where the Warriors take over. Their best field position they have had since early in this game. First down, 10 yards to go. Clock continuing to move here now.
Yeah, clock will move a little faster here, so things are going to move a little faster, but a good return there by Lone, able to come up and catch that and get some positive yardage. They're going to start about at midfield on their own 37-yard line.
All right, we got a couple of scores, by the way. North Fayette Valley leads New Hampton early in the second quarter, 16-0. And we just got back-to-back information from Northeast. Northeast leads MFL Marmac at the half, 14-7. So Griffin Hammerslander on the football right side. He's able to spin ahead, couple of yards. 38-yard line, give him a pickup of 2. It is second down, 6 yards to go. It has been really tough in between the ends there for Central in this ball game tonight.
Yeah, the defensive front line there for Edco, those 3 down linemen have been doing a tremendous job, and it's been a tough run for the Warriors tonight.
Coming up at the half, we'll talk with Edco cross-country coach Mike Luchin will talk about the girls and the boys programs and as far as where they head for the state qualifying meet next Thursday. Then he'll be our halftime guest tonight. Meanwhile, second down, it is 8 yards to go, and they run it left side. Actually, it's a reverse again to Lone. Lone trying to get right side. He's got a blocker out there. Steps inside Viking territory, 40-yard line down to the 39-yard line, inside Viking territory. And the second time they've run that reverse, and that one for 4 yards, as the Vikings have defensed that relatively well.
They have. They've taken away the initial run, but even with that reverse, they've gotten back on defense and taken care of the other end and stretched this play out. Gave up 4, but that was pretty good considering what was thrown at them.
And that's a great play call for the Warriors because, again, you're trying to get Lone to the edge, maybe get the defense overflowing the play, then try to use his speed on the far side of the field. But it's third down. It is 5 yards to go. We approach the 2-minute mark here of our first half. And 2 receivers to the left. Lone goes in motion. Griffin Hammersland to throw the football, being rushed over the middle. Caught by Hertrump. First down at the 30-yard line at the middle of the field. 6'6", Jake Hertrump going up and making the play. 1st and 10 for the Warriors as the drive is down to the 30-yard line. Their best drive since early in the game.
Yeah, just a big target and a nice catch there by Hertrump to able to move the sticks.
And again, having that 6'6" target for the Warriors. He is a senior. And first down, 10 yards to go. Warriors still have 2 timeouts to work with here. I think what they'd love is to get a score on in this drive here to close the half. And first down, 10 yards to go. 90 seconds and counting. I formation, they run it with Mason Lone, who's a tailback now. He'll bring it back over the middle, gets down to the 25-yard line, dives ahead to the 24-yard line. He is tackled there by number 16 in Carter Knipper. And a good 5-yard pickup, 6 yards. Give him on first down.
Yeah, I think they want to get in his hands as much as they can, and they just decided, let's put him in the backfield, see what he can do, get him the ball, and get his wheels going.
And they'll continue in the I formation. We approach a minute in our first half. Second down, 4 yards to go, toss place. That's Reimer trying to get to the edge. He does. Reimer will be short of first down as he gets outside the number at the 21-yard line, but a third and really a very manageable situation for the Warriors. It's going to be third down and about 2 yards to go. They have to get inside the 20 for first down yardage.
Yeah, and obviously in 4-down territory here, but the clock is not on their side right now. It's continuing to run.
A little more bounce on their step, and on third down, they go up there, and did they spike it?
They spiked it, which doesn't make any sense because the clock should not be stopped right here.
Wow. And the clock should continue to run. You're
right. The
right.
Should not stop, and I'm not sure what they were thinking there.
Either way, for the Warriors, you lost it down. In a normal situation, you would have got a first down and the clock would have stopped. But now you're down inside 20 seconds, and they're just getting the play in from the sideline, and now Central has to burn a timeout here. So it went from bad to worse in that situation for the Warriors. They spiked it, but again, we've got the moving clock.
We've got moving clock, so that doesn't make any sense. Run a play, and if you don't know for sure what you want to run on third down there, take that timeout right away.
Yeah, so I figured they were going to go third down looking to just get the first down, then maybe take a timeout.
Yeah.
Again, they only have 1 to use now, but they have 2 timeouts here. They started this drive with 2 timeouts.
Yeah, and scoreboard says they are out of timeouts now, so I'm not sure what they're going to do here because they only have 19 seconds. Once that clock starts, it's going to continue to go. So they're going to have to look downfield, maybe try to get in the end zone here.
Well, and again, the clock's going to be moving once the snap takes place, but if you do not get into the end zone here, you basically have time for 2 plays. I mean, because the clock's not going to stop.
Yeah, you're going to have to hurry up for that second play, especially if you throw it deep down in the end zone. You're going to have to hustle back to the line. I don't know if they're going to have enough time here.
So after the timeout by the Warriors, again, they'd love to finish this drive off here, get some points before the half. Meanwhile, the Vikings will get the ball to start the second half of this game.
Yeah, they won the toss. They deferred, so they'll come out and have the ball once again.
But either way, it's fourth down. It's fourth down here, and it is 2 yards to go for the Warriors. 2 receivers to the left. Lone goes in motion, and they're going to throw the football. Griffin Hammersland right side looking for Lone on a wheel route, and that ball knocked away at the 10-yard line. It was thrown high, stagger in on the coverage, and it fails on fourth down, and the clock will continue to wind down, and that's how the half will come to an end as the Vikings get a stop on fourth down.
Yeah, and I don't think the Warriors are going to get a playoff here.
It was fourth down.
Oh, fourth down. So, yeah, turnover on downs, and I assume Ed Coach is going to go out, take that halftime formation, and here we go.
Yeah, they stopped the clock.
I don't know why. I guess you
change of possession.
Change of possession, but then it should start up right away once that ball is in play.
So yeah, the Vikings here. That's what they're going to do. There's no reason. They haven't even spiked. They haven't spotted the ball.
They don't even need to spot the ball.
There's no reason to here. Yeah, let's just get to the half, huh?
Absolutely.
All right. So we've played one half of football. The Vikings closed the half, scoring the last 46 points of the half. It is Edco 46, Central 6. We're at the half. When we return, our halftime guest will be joined by Edco cross-country coach Mike Luchin when our halftime show gets underway after this.
Over the past years, Central State Bank has invested in numerous programs and organizations dedicated to the education and enrichment of young people in our area. Athletics and the arts, vocational education, and youth club activities. Because Central State Bank is more than a bank, we're your neighbors, your relatives, your friends, your business partners. And these kids represent the future of our community. Trust your finances to a bank that invests in you. Central State Bank, member FDIC.
TNT Power Sports sells and services all makes and models of UTVs and ATVs. We have a nice selection of clean used units available along with new units. Contact Brian, Sawyer, or Tracy for your next UTV or ATV purchase. To keep your UTV or ATV in top-notch condition for work or play, schedule your service work with Brian or Nathan by calling 563-245-1100 or stop into TNT Power Sports north of Elkader on Highway 13 for all your sales or service work.
Elkader Tax and Bookkeeping are proud supporters of all of our local high school sports teams. We want to wish everyone the best of luck on their season. We are here for all your tax, payroll, and bookkeeping needs. Give us a call at 563-245-2154. Again, that number is 563-245-2154. Thank you from Kurt and Ann at Elkader Tax and Bookkeeping, located in downtown Elkader.
NEAT is connecting more and more homes and businesses to reliable, fast broadband internet in Northeast Iowa. NEAT's fiber optic network has expanded and is now offering speeds up to 1 gig in and around Monona, Lowena, St. Olaf, Farmersburg, Postville, and surrounding rural areas. NEAT Fiber provides high-quality internet, television, and telephone services at the speed of light. For more information on how to upgrade your speed and services, visit NEITEL.com or call today, 877-638-2122. NEAT, connecting you now.
Epic Wear. Get personalized clothing for your school, your team, family, friends, business, or any event. Epic Wear has a huge range of customizable apparel, trophies, and awards. They offer free design help or design your own apparel at getepicwear.com, and you can even set up a free website for your fundraiser. Epic Wear, walk on. Call 563-568-2301 to place your order today.
Are high bank fees draining your wallet? It's time for a change.
At People's State Bank, they believe in low fees that put you first.
Tired of being charged for using your debit card, sneaky paper statement fees, or monthly maintenance fees?
With People's State Bank's People's Checking Account, those fees are a thing of the past.
Worried about ATM fees?
At People's State Bank, they reimburse you for up to 3 ATM fees per month. They work hard to keep your money where it belongs, in your pocket.
Make the switch to People's State Bank today. Visit a branch near you or peoplesfinancial.com. Member FDIC.
Warrior Viking Football is brought to you in part by Car Auto Group, online at KARAutogroup.com. Fisk Farm and Home in Monona, Cresco, and Decorah. Farmers Savings Bank of Colesburg, Elkport, Garber, Strawberry Point, Arlington, Elgin, and Wadena. Member FDIC. Clayton County Recycling in Monona. Myers Auto Service in Monona. TJ's Pizza in Monona and Claremont. LTI & Sons Water Conditioning, your Connecticut dealer in Postville. Dean Family Chiropractic in Claremont. Thompson Construction and Monona Overhead Door. Growl Logs and Lumber in Elkader. Timber is a crop, harvest wisely. St. Olaf Ag Sales and Service. T&K Cahoon, your Napa dealer in Monona, and Nick's Excavating and Kane Construction in Farmersburg. Our halftime guest tonight, we're joined by Edco cross-country coach Mike Luchin. Coach, first off here, let's talk about the girls' team. Let's start there. Who's been contributing this year for the Vikings?
Well, we are small in number this year, but we have 5, so we have a team score. We have Josie Deers, who is our number 1 runner, and she's been consistently our number 1 runner all year. Number 2 on the team lately has been Jenna Hammond, who is running fabulous. She has really improved over the last couple of weeks. Callan Henney, our only senior, is right in there, and she has 6 straight PRs during over her last 6 meets. She is ending her career unbelievably well. And then we round out with Amanda Nuri and Annabelle Wolfkuhl, and Annabelle joined late this year but is coming on strong. And so this is a team that's really running their best at the end of the year, and I've really been impressed with these ladies.
All right, let's talk about on the boys' side who's contributing for you.
All right, the boys, we have Eli Bailey as our top runner. He's a sophomore and has finally pushed under the 20-minute barrier this year and is consistently in the low 19s, and I'm really looking forward to seeing where his career goes from here. Cale Helmerich and McCoy Oland are 2 seniors, and Cale just PR'd at the conference meet, ran his first race under 20 minutes, and that's really good for him. And McCoy has been consistently good all year and ran his season best time actually at the conference meet as well. And then I have a couple of freshmen, Isaac Hansel and Creighton Wessels, who are learning this year and is making the adjustment from what a 2-mile race is and what a 5K is, and they're both coming on strong here at the end of the year, and I'm really looking forward to their futures as well.
All right, let's talk about the conference meet this past week, of course, on Tuesday, and the girls with a near-top finish there.
Oh, the girls finished third, and we knew it was going to come down to us, Starmont, and Maquoketa Valley, and it was just going to be a matter of where everybody fell in there. And strangely enough, also the girls from the other schools, where they would fall and push some other runners back. And unfortunately, even though it's the lowest team score we ever had, we came up third out of that group. But I thought the girls battled really well, and 49 team points is a really low number, and I was really proud of how they ran that night.
All right, now let's talk about looking ahead to the postseason. It starts next Thursday there with the state qualifying meets. Give us a preview.
It's going to be a competitive field. We feel we're definitely in the top 5. Unfortunately, Class 1A has moved to where only 2 teams make state, not 3 like it has been in the past. So we've got an uphill battle to get into that top 2. We've got Sumner, Fredericksburg, and Wapsie Valley, who are very good teams. Obviously, Sumner Fredericksburg is number 1 in the state. They're well-rounded and deep. And then we have Starmont and Maquoketa Valley with us again, so we know what to expect. We've run this course many times in our careers. We seem to be at Starmont a lot, so we know what to expect. And I like where the ladies are running, and I think they're going to have a very good chance to possibly get into the top 2, but I'm excited to see, hey, let's knock off one of those 2 conference teams that we did knock off this week.
All right. Now, and obviously, you feel like you may have a shot to get an individual or 2 through.
Yes, I do. Josie Deers is one of the top runners in the state. She's one of the more talented freshmen we've ever had. Add in Jenna Hammond. This is one of the best freshman classes of girls we've ever had. And so, yeah, I think we could get one in for sure, and maybe a second one. That'd be great. And if we can run really well, let's get the whole girls team through. I don't think any of the boys are going to qualify this year, but that doesn't mean they can't learn something from this and build for the future, because I do think both Eli and Isaac have chances as they get older and stronger as runners to be state qualifiers.
All right. Well, we appreciate you taking time to talk to us there. Good luck in the postseason.
Thank you.
Once again, our halftime guest, EDCO cross-country coach Mike Luchin here with our halftime guest show on KCTN.
Scooter's Coffee in Manchester offers a variety of coffees, smoothies, blenders, and breakfast food products served all day long. Scooter's Coffee offers fast and friendly service, too. In a hurry? Use the Scooter's Coffee app to order, pay, and earn rewards. Simply stop at the drive-thru window and pick up your order. Scooter's Coffee is open Monday through Saturday, 5:30 a.m. till 8 p.m. and Sunday, 6 a.m. till 8 p.m. We look forward to seeing you at Scooter's Coffee in Manchester.
Northern Country Co-op and Viafield are now Nexus Cooperative, your full-service ag partner supplying all your agronomy, energy, feed, grain, and lumber needs. Our highly knowledgeable and experienced team utilizes the latest technology in feed manufacturing, agronomy services, precision ag, plant and animal nutrition, energy products, and grain marketing to keep our customers ahead of the rest. Stop in today at any of our 26 locations across northern Iowa and southern Minnesota, or visit us online at nexus.coop.
It's back to school time and the fall sports season is underway. Hi, this is Dr. Jessica Wilkie of Family Dentistry Associates of Monona. We have lots to celebrate over here with the excitement of back to school and the recent wedding of our doctors Chase and Daphne Bruner. Dr. Mark Foley and myself would like to extend them congratulations and wish all our area students and athletes good luck this fall. We welcome new patients and look forward to seeing you at your next dental appointment.
Stronger, farther, faster. It all starts with good nutrition. Clayton County Farm Bureau is proud of our livestock farmers who provide high-quality protein needed to fuel our young athletes. The ultimate pre- and post-game fuel-up can be found in meat and dairy foods grown right here. Meat and dairy are natural sources of essential vitamins that support health, energy, and performance. We know our student athletes are the real deal, and Iowa's livestock farmers are committed to helping them reach their goals. To learn more, visit realfarmersrealfoodrealmeat.com.
Warrior Viking Football is brought to you in part by Edgewood Farm and Home, Lloyd Kelchin Grain in Edgewood, Kendrick Forest Products in Edgewood, Four Scoops and More in Colesburg, Community Insurance with offices in Edgewood and Delhi, Citizen State Bank of Monticello, Hopkinton, Ryan, Manchester, Winthrop, Strawberry Point, Springville, and New Vienna, member FDIC and equal housing lender, Blooms Flowers, Gibson Moore in Edgewood, Edgewood Convalescent Home and Lincolnwood Assisted Living, and by Northeast Iowa Subdrains in Strawberry Point. At the half, Edco leads 46-6. We'll go through the first half stats in just a bit. Let's update you on scores. Northeast leading MFL Marmac at the half, 14-7. The winner of that ball game is the number 4 seed and advances to the postseason next week. Nashua Plainfield and Clayton Ridge battling down in Guttenberg. It is Nashua Plainfield leading Clayton Ridge 9-6 at the half. Again, the Eagles need to win that ball game, have the points fall into play to keep their postseason hopes alive. Nashua Plainfield with a win would wrap up the number 2 seed, and that win would eliminate Clayton Ridge from the postseason. North Fayette Valley wins tonight. They'll be the 4th seed going into their second round there in Class 2A, into the first round next week, I should say. They lead New Hampton 23-0. That ball game is in the second quarter. And Southwind and Starmont really playing for a postseason position tonight, as Southwind leads Starmont 26-21. That game is at the half, so a high-scoring affair there. And again, both those teams need to win to keep their playoff hopes alive. And what that would do is, if Clayton Ridge would win, you'd get into a numbers situation, and again, we'll worry about that.
It's a mess, yeah. We'll wait and see what happens.
But again, the wins and losses are going to dictate everything. And BCLUW leading Postville at the half, 27-0. That is a non-district ball game tonight. Vikings close the half with the last 46 points. After the opening drive for the Warriors, which was impressive, Lone scored on a 2-yard run, but Edco got going. Stager with a 70-yard run. Stager's had touchdown runs of 6, 52, and 1. Got a touchdown pass as well. 2 balls for 10 yards. Ingles has a touchdown run, and 2 touchdown runs, rather. And it is, again, here 46-6 at the half. We turn things over. It's a busy stat sheet. Let's start with Edco.
Yeah, we'll start on the ground. Jack Stager, he's got those 3 touchdowns, 6 carries, 78 yards. A 6-yard touchdown, 52-yard touchdown, and a 1-yard plunge. Carson Ingles has 3 carries, 102 yards, a 70-yard touchdown, and a 23-yard touchdown. And Carter Batten, first play of the game, carried the ball 1 time for 3 yards. So on the ground, 10 carries, 183 yards for the Vikings. And in the air, Stager is 5 for 7. He's got 58 yards. Number 1 target was Christopher Lang. He had 3 catches, 35 yards. Jaden Miller with 1 catch, 13 yards. And Connor Balls had that 10-yard touchdown reception. So 58 yards in the air, 183 yards on the ground, 241 yards of offense for the Vikings in the first half.
So what is total yardage against Stager passing-wise?
He passed 58 yards.
All right, so they are averaging more yards per rush than they are per pass.
Absolutely. Yep.
18 yards a carry running the football, and 10 yards basically when they throw the football. 11 yards, a little over 11
insane.
yards.
That's insane.
You're the math teacher.
Yeah, it's insane.
Let's go to the totals now for Central.
For Central, we'll start on the ground. Owen Hammerslin, tough going tonight. He's got 11 carries, only 20 yards. Griffin Hammerslin, 6 carries for 19 yards. Mason Lone, 7 carries for 22 yards. George Reimer, 2 carries for 4 yards. Mason Lone had the 1 touchdown run of 2 yards, so 26 carries, 65 yards. In the air, a little bit better. Griffin Hammerslin has 6 completions on 14 attempts for 51 yards. He did throw that 1 interception. Owen Hammerslin has that 1 attempt on the 4th down punt fake, but that fell incomplete. But Owen Hammerslin with 3 catches, 15 yards. Jake Hairtrump with 3 catches, 36 yards. So 51 yards in the air, 65 yards on the ground, 116 yards of offense, and that 1 touchdown score for the Warriors.
And again, their opening drive was just textbook of how they wanted this game to start, and then defensively they got a 3 and out.
Yeah, it was impressive. It looked like, hey, maybe the Warriors are here to play, and Edco's kind of looking past them. Great offense, stout defense, but then the Edco Warriors or the Edco Vikings settled in, and boy, oh boy, did they score and score often.
All right, and the rain has started here in Edgewood. We knew there was a threat of rain coming, and it's a nice steady rain falling here at Community Dreams Complex. So at the half, 46-6, Edco in the lead, second half kickoff on the way.
When I started out in the car business, my dad gave me some good advice. Hi, it's Forrest Brown with the Browns family of dealerships. What my dad told me is when you sell someone their first car, you need a good sales department. But if you expect to sell them their second, third, and fourth car, you better have a great service department. Visit any one of the Browns family of dealerships in Guttenberg, Elkader, West Branch, or Victory Ford in Dyersville and find out why Browns is your hometown dealer, no matter where your hometown may be.
At Freedom Bank, we're more than a bank. We're 100% employee-owned and proud to be part of the communities we serve. Our home equity line of credit is a smart, flexible way to use the equity you've built in your home. Whether it's home improvements, tuition, or unexpected expenses, Freedom Bank empowers success with local lenders you know and trust. Visit us today and let's build your future together. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender. All loans are subject to credit approval.
The Woodland Eye Clinic in Elkader and West Union are proud sponsors of high school sports. We are committed to bringing our patients the highest level of total eye care with detailed one-on-one attention. Our offices offer the newest technology and equipment with a professional team of experienced staff that is committed to you. Call us today for your next total eye care appointment. The Woodland Eye Clinic in Elkader and West Union supports all of our local athletes taking the field or court this season.
This is Chris Holbert, General Manager of Hall Roberts Son Incorporated in Postville. We would like to wish the area student athletes both a safe and successful sports season. We have been a community-based company since 1864, servicing and supporting the area ag industry with products necessary for daily success. We look forward to continuing to serve and support both the ag industry and high school athletes in our surrounding communities. Thank you and good luck from the families at Hall Roberts Son.
Looking for the best suppressors with seamless service? Interested in helping protect your hearing or have questions on the NFA process? Head to Stronghold Corp, your one-stop shop for premium suppressors and unbeatable expertise. Whether you're a seasoned shooter or first-time buyer, we can get the best brands and latest models to fit your needs. Enjoy hassle-free eForms electronic fingerprint processing with our state-of-the-art Cerberus live scan system. Contact us today by heading to stronghold-corp.com for more information. Stronghold Corp, where silence meets precision.
So we're ready to start the second half with Edco leading by a score of 46-6. Vikings again in command here. So this leads to the discussion of you've done what you wanted to do. You got that big lead in the ball game here. Again, the exception to the first drive, this has been what we've expected from Edco in this ball game tonight. But now the goal is to stay healthy as you get ready to play next Friday night.
But yeah, you want to make that long postseason run, but that starts next Friday, and you want everybody healthy. So I can't imagine us seeing the full slate of starters the whole second half. I think we'll see some subs, and we'll try to pass those names along best we can. But if you're the Warriors, still got a lot of things to try to play for, building for not only some pride in this game, but for the future, because I mentioned a couple of seniors for them. They got a lot of underclassmen playing big roles for them that'll be back next season.
So Edco, again, ranked 6th in the 8-man poll, and that was their goal, to be undefeated, to stay in the top 8 ranking-wise, because if you get in, as we said, as you get to the quarterfinals, the higher seed will get to host in most situations. We saw that last year where North Fayette Valley had to go out and play at Spirit Lake, and Edco had to go play at Bishop Garrigan. So set to launch it away will be Owen Hammersland for the Warriors to start the second half. And a returnable kick there as it actually ends up out of bounds. It's near side. It bounced towards the sideline away from Stagger, goes out of bounds, and I would think the Vikings would be content to take it at the 20-yard line. First down, 10 yards to go for their initial possession here to start the second half.
Yep, they'll take the penalty and take the ball out there at the 20, and they'll start their offense here with starters out on the field.
Yep, so we'll see how long. Again, 25-yard line is actually where the ball will be spotted. So first down, 10 yards to go for the Vikings. But, yeah, we had mentioned this. Maybe the first drive you see them in this ball game, we're going to have a moving clock. And, again, they've got some guys they want to get in because those guys are going to have to play for you in the future.
Yeah, absolutely. You want to continue to build your program, build up some of these young guys, put them in situations where they can succeed.
Meanwhile, for Central, I think you want to continue here. Get the offense going in the second half and just work your way here on finishing the season strong. First down, 10 yards to go. Stagger to throw the football, looking right side. He's got Lang wide open at the 20-yard line. Makes a spectacular catch, jumping up and tumbles down inside the 20-yard line. What a strike from Stagger to Lang. It's first and 10 down to the 18-yard line. They go for the big play right out of the gate.
They did, and a little out of reach there, so Lang had to dive for that and haul it in. but he's going to put that down inside the 20 on the other end of the field.
Lang showing Stagger how he had to reach from behind, reach over his right shoulder to make that play. But it's first down, 10 yards to go to the 18-yard line. The pass play that ends up being
37
yards. So first down, 10 yards to go for the Vikings. Second half just underway. Receiver split left and right, and Stagger's going to run it up the middle. It is Ingles. Ingles bounces near side, 15-yard line, steps over defender, goes inside the 10-yard line, and a nice track down defensively by number 60 for Central in Braden Taylor. It ends up being a gain of 7 yards. It's second down, 3 yards to go.
Yeah, it started at the 18 there, and he got himself about to the 10-yard line. So give him about 8 yards on that, but a nice carry for Carson Ingles here starting the second half.
So second down, short situation, and Taylor's tackle ended up saving a touchdown, at least for the moment. So second down from the 5-yard line. 2 receivers to the right here. Ingles is to the right there of Stagger, who wears that number 24 as a quarterback. Second down, short yardage, back to Ingles, hit in the backfield, tripped up and brought down there for a loss, and that was the young freshman Reimer getting through there on the right side for the Warriors. They push it back outside the 20, actually the 10-yard line to the 11-yard line, and it's going to be third down and 4. Give them a loss of 2 on that.
Yeah, lost a couple yards there, so a little longer here on third down, but Vikings still looking good on offense here.
North Fayette Valley has scored again. They've gotten a 2-point conversion, and they lead 31-0 still in the second quarter against New Hampton. So the Tigerhawks try to join the Vikings in the postseason. Third down, 4 yards to go. Stagger to throw the football, rolling out right. He's got Lang wide open, right side, goes in for the touchdown, got it. Pitch and catch of 11 yards. And the Vikings take the opening drive of the second half. And the starters finish off strong, 52-6.
Yeah, an impressive drive, and I would guess we're going to see a lot less of those starters now because things are in hand here. You know, you've got weather coming in. You want to be healthy for the postseason. Makes sense. Let's get them some rest here.
And we do know that Edco will be hosting next week's ball game. We will be here for that game. We do know that. And the pairings will not be announced till tomorrow morning. Meanwhile, trying to go for the conversion here. And it's going to be here a chance to make it a 54-6 lead for the Vikings. Receiver split left and right, and they snap it back, and they're going to run it with Ingles. Ingles bounces near side. He'll go in for the conversion. Been pretty good on conversions tonight, too. 9:54 to go here in the third quarter. It is now 54-6, Vikings in the lead.
The Brim Coffee House in Elkader is a proud sponsor of Central Elkader Sports. The Brim offers specialty coffees, a variety of baked goods and pastries, soups, salads, and sandwiches. Don't forget, we have The Brim apparel available in store. Check out our Facebook page to see our weekly specials of soups and salads. The Brim Coffee House is located in downtown historic Elkader at 110 West Bridge Street and in McGregor at 211 Main Street.
Warrior Viking Football is brought to you in part by Silver Edge Cooperative in Edgewood, Strawberry Point, and Delhi, G&J Land Solutions in Edgewood, Mobile Track Solutions in Elkader, David Balls, agent for Balls Insurance Agency in Elkader, Rockwell Appliance and TV, the home of quality service with the lowest price guaranteed in Prairie du Chien, Waukon, Decorah, and Viroqua. Elkader Chiropractic Center, Dr. Jamie Hammerstland, Innovative Ag Services in Elkader, Monona, and Waukon, and by Norby's Farm Fleet in Northeast Iowa. So in a touchdown pass, Stagger 11 yards there to Lang. The conversion run by Ingles. And again, our score is 54-6. It is Edco in the lead as the rain continues to fall. It stopped momentarily, but we've got a light rain falling here with 9:54 to go in a moving clock in our third quarter. Miller to launch it away again from the 30-yard line, back deep to receive for Central. Lone is one of the players back there, and I believe it is Reimer back there at the 5-yard line as well. So again, the Vikings picking right up where they left off in the second half. And Miller, it's a short kick. Lone's going to get a chance, though, at the 8-yard line. Lone brings it out to the 15-yard line, goes right side to the 20-yard line. He'll step out of bounds at the 27-yard line, and that's where the Warriors take over. First down, 10 yards to go. We mentioned this, what Edco looks in this second half, and you see some starters out there defensively starting the second half. But if you're Central here, you've had a really good season, and obviously you wanted to win this ball game here, but you want to continue to work hard in this ball game. As their schedule got tougher, they certainly have battled, and they knew what they faced coming into this ball game, but they won 3 games last year, 4 games this year, and they played some meaningful ball games late in the season, and it's been a few years since the Warriors have been able to do that.
And they've got a lot of weapons coming back. So, again, you want to continue to build, continue to improve, and a good test here against the Vikings.
First down, 10 yards to go. Back to Owen Hammerstein. You'd love to get him going as he goes right side across the 30-yard line to the 31-yard line. another goal tonight, maybe to get Owen Hammersline 1,000 yards.
Yeah, absolutely. He's knocking on the door, so they'd love to get him into that 1,000-yard and give teams something to think about in the offseason.
He was 73 yards away entering tonight's ball game, and he has had to work hard for his yardage tonight.
Yeah, he's at 12 carries, 24 yards, so just not having the big gains and the big success we saw earlier in the season.
So he's basically 49 yards away at this point. So second down, it is 7 yards to go. And 2 receivers to the left, and they send it back in motion. He gets it on the jet sweep, right side. I believe that was Reimer. Goes around right end and picks up a yard or 2 out to the 33-yard line, and it's third down, 5 yards to go. One of the better third down situations that the Warriors have been in this season.
Yeah, they just been behind the sticks a lot tonight, so third and manageable here. And again, you're trying to play for some things, trying to build, so I assume 4-down territory, continue to work on those things with this continuous clock.
So third down, 5 yards to go. 2 receivers to the left. Owen Hammersline is to the right of the quarterback, Griffin Hammersline. And again, in motion is Lone. They're going to go pitch, and now they're running a pitch and catch there, and they're throwing it right side on the flea flicker to Hertrump at the 25-yard line, covered by Lang. Just couldn't bring it down. Good defensive coverage there. They went with a flea flicker. Griffin to Owen, who pitched it back to Griffin, but it's incomplete, and fourth down for the Warriors.
Yeah, just trying to give a different look there, thinking, hey, we're pounding it with Hammersline, flicks it back to Griffin Hammersline, and finds Hertrump down the middle, but not able to haul that in.
So on fourth down, and again, the Warriors going to go for it in this situation here, again, at your own 33-yard line, and they took a shot down the field, and again, had that receiver, he had the size advantage, but nothing doing. So fourth down now. 3 receivers to the left in a bunch formation on fourth down. 5 yards to go. Griffin Hammersline's going to run right side around end, and the Vikings have blown it up defensively. Hoffman will make the stop there for a loss of yards, and it's going to be back inside the 30-yard line to the 29-yard line. But Stelkin was the first Viking to really diagnose that play, and it's 1st and 10 for Edco at the 34-yard line now.
And I'm sure they figured, hey, we've got 3 blockers, let's just get him to the edge, but those interior linemen for the Vikings able to blow that up. They're going to turn it over on downs, give it back to the Vikings.
Again, the clock stopped because we changed possession, but now it starts up again. Vikings continue, though, with the regulars out here right now, so maybe they're going to get this third quarter. So first down, 10 yards to go. Receivers split left and right. And again, Stagger here has Ingalls 2 behind him, and before this play gets going, we've got a false start penalty perhaps, and it's actually a false start against the Vikings. Not too many penalties in this ball game tonight.
Yeah, it hasn't been terrible. We talk about those pre-snap penalties. You see them more in the beginning of the year. You don't want to see them at this point. And Edco been pretty clean tonight. They've got 4 penalties, a couple of pre-snap, a couple of those after the fact down here.
And they'll mark that back to make it 1st and 15 to the 34-yard line. So the Vikings going to take some time here, continue to work on things as they get ready for the postseason next week. It is first down, 15 yards to go. Same formation, by the way. And quick swing pass left side to Batten. Catches it, misses a tackle there. Lone able to slide through that tackle as Batten goes inside the 30-yard line. He'll pick up a couple of yards there. Lone slowed him down to allow the rest of the defense to get there. But just a quick swing pass to the left side. They pick up that penalty and a few more yards. It'll be second down, 8 yards to go.
Yeah, about a 7-yard gain, so a good pickup on first and a little bit longer because of that penalty.
When we talk about Edco getting ready for the postseason, this is a different team than a season ago. And again, many of these kids played a season ago, but this is a team that I think throws the ball more than they did a season ago.
A lot more speed than they had a season ago.
Second down, 7 yards to go, and they run it right side there. Actually, it's going to be Stagger, boot around right end, gets down to the 20-yard line, steps back inside the 15. He'll go down to the 10-yard line, stays on his feet, cuts back to the outside, and he'll race to the near pylon and go in for the touchdown. Stagger shaking and baking. 27-yard run for the score, and the Vikings continue 60-6.
Yeah, I thought he was dead to rights there after about a 7-8 yard gain and able to squirt away from that. Then you saw things closing in on him, bounce to the outside, a nice jump step to the left, and then it was just jets to the end zone.
And again, the similarity between last year's team is you have a quarterback that is a threat to run and a threat to pass, in which Price Rochford, their leading tackler a season ago as well, and of course their leading rusher and thrower from a season ago.
And Price in the house tonight here watching the team, so I saw him in here earlier. watching his brothers coach a little bit on the sideline as well.
Here's your conversion. Stagger rolls out right side looking for Lang. Correction, right side, it's Balls. Catches it, just rolling to the near pylon for the touchdown, the 2-point conversion rather. And with 5:29 to go, 62-6, Vikings in the lead.
When I started out in the car business, my dad gave me some good advice. Hi, it's Forrest Brown with the Browns family of dealerships. What my dad told me is when you sell someone their first car, you need a good sales department. But if you expect to sell them their second, third, and fourth car, you better have a great service department. Visit any one of the Browns family of dealerships in Guttenberg, Elkader, West Branch, or Victory Ford in Dyersville and find out why Browns is your hometown dealer, no matter where your hometown may be.
Hey sports fans, take a time out to call Garms Financial Services for all your insurance needs. Whether you need auto, home, farm, health, crop, or business insurance, Garms Financial Services and Grinnell Mutual has you covered. You'll receive quality protection, expert advice, and local friendly service. Owner Brian Bugenhagen, along with his staff, look forward to serving all your insurance needs. Call them today for a free competitive quote. Garms Financial Services, located in Elkader and now also in Monona, your trusted choice agency. 5.5 left in our third quarter. The Vikings have 2 touches. They have 2 touchdowns here in this second half. Stagger, 27-yard run. Stagger and Balls for the conversion. And again, the Vikings well on their way, leading 62-6 here in the third quarter with a moving clock, which took effect in the second quarter. But the Vikings gave up an opening drive for Central, which the Warriors able to move down the field with conviction. But since that time, the Vikings here have been laying a thumping.
Yeah, they've been playing pretty stout, and the Warriors pretty stagnant offense since that point.
So Miller to launch it away from the 30-yard line, and it is a kick that goes left side. It is caught there, I believe, by Reimer at the 10-yard line. He'll bring it up the middle, 20-yard line, has an opening. He's across the 30-yard line. Reimer across midfield, inside to the 38-yard line. His second nice return in this game, and it's going to be first down for the Warriors, taking over inside the Vikings territory at the 38-yard line. And Dace Arthur getting up a little bit slow for the Vikings as he makes his way defensively.
Yeah, just a little ginger there getting up after that series. So I expect to see some subs here, get a few guys in there, and maybe not a wholesale change, but I would think position by position, we'll start seeing some subs.
Yeah, anytime you see a player, one of your regulars down at this point of the ball game, you're obviously very concerned. First down, 10 yards to go. They're running inside, counterplay with Reimer, and blowing up by Hoffman, who just about got the handoff there. Reimer got it, and there meeting him with open arms was number 44 in William Hoffman up front. It's a loss of 5 yards on that play.
Well, they gave that ball to Owen Hammerslin, and he gave the little inside handoff to Reimer, and Hoffman was almost in on that exchange, took Reimer to the ground instantly.
So second down, 15 yards to go. And the Warriors here back on their side of the 40-yard line at the 39-yard line. Reimer slips going in motion. They're going to swing it right side. Hertrump throwing low. He cannot catch it at the 45-yard line. Arthur in on the coverage. Batten there as well. And it's going to be third down and now 15 yards to go. So it has stopped. At least it looks like it's stopped raining. Maybe a little light rain still falling.
Yeah, but the field's going to be a little damp out there. That ball's going to be a little wet. And you saw the receiver in motion there slip when he wanted to go into motion.
That was Reimer in motion there, so lost his footing. But it's third down, and the Warriors have been in far too many of these situations tonight. Third down and 15 yards to go. Receivers 2 to the left side, and Griffin Hammersland has Owen Hammersland to his right. And on third down, 15 yards to go. Griffin to throw the football, steps up, left side. That pass caught at the 31-yard line, but tackled on the play is the defender there. And actually, it is Arthur, the defender, who makes the play after a catch there by Reimer. Reimer hung onto it on a hard hit by Reimer near the sideline on the far side. And it's fourth down, but now 4th and 5.
Yeah, that's just not enough gain on that after being behind it. And we're in 4-down territory here, so a 10-yard gain there. The catch by Reimer, did you say on that one?
Yep. Think about this. That was a sophomore, Griffin Hammersland, and with pressure, stepping up and throwing the ball to a freshman. So obviously, it's a combination you're going to see the next few years for the Warriors. Owen Hammersland is just a junior, their leading rusher. Now, they'll certainly lose some good seniors, I should say. They lost Braxton Borman during the season, a senior running back linebacker for them. Fourth down, 5 yards to go. They swing it right side to Mason Lone. Lone running for the first down. He's got it. Just a quick swing play right side. Vikings think they've got the stop, but his forward progress will put him past the sticks. And it's inside to the 27-yard line, 26-yard line. First down, 10 yards to go for the Warriors.
And needed 4, got 5 there, so a good pickup by Lone. and using his quickness to get those yards.
I like to see the drive here for the Warriors. Getting a good drive putting together, having to mix up the pass a little bit more. So, again, keeping an eye here with 2 minutes left in the quarter of Owen Hammersland, needing about 49 yards right now to get to 1,000 yards on the season, which would be a great milestone. I mean, playing 8 games in 8-man.
Yeah, not playing a ton of games, and that'd be huge for him, something that he can kind of build off of for next year. But it has been tough going tonight. He's averaging about 2 yards a carry.
All right, Central's got to hurry here. Play clock's winding down. Griffin Hammersland finally has a receiver lined up to the left. As a matter of fact, Warriors going to have to take a timeout here. So 1:50 left in the third. It is 62-6. Vikings in the lead. We'll take this break with them.
Boisier Lumber Company in Guttenberg and Elkader, your do-it-best rental center, handles Midland garage doors for residential, commercial, and agricultural needs. Midland Steel garage doors provide the best all-around value when appearance, security, durability, and low maintenance are desired. Boisier Lumber and Midland Doors take pride in providing their customers with top-quality products and superb customer service. Contact Boisier Lumber in Guttenberg and Elkader, your do-it-best rental center for Midland overhead doors sales and service.
Warrior Viking football is brought to you in part by Guttenberg Municipal Hospital and Clinic. Check out career opportunities at guttenberghospital.org. The Loena Savings Bank, member FDIC. Culligan Water Conditioning in Elkader. Rivals Inc. Custom Gear, Screen Printing, Embroidery, and online shopping at rivalsinc.com. Bruins and James Insurance, your Grinnell Mutual agent in Monona. Furniture Showcase and All Wine, lighting showroom, flooring, furniture, and window treatments. And by Meyer Collision and Service Center in Guttenberg and Elkader. They start the play early. It's a reverse counter play, then a flea flicker. They try to throw it long to Lone down the 10-yard line, inside the 5, but overshot. Batten in on the coverage, a little trickery from the Warriors. And it's second down, 10 yards to go as that pass falls incomplete.
Yeah, just tried something a little different out of that timeout. Had the first down inside Edco territory. It's been a while since they've been here. Let's take a shot downfield, a little overthrown, so they'll reset here, 2nd and 10.
Our video offense caught the play. Our radio listeners, our YouTube listeners, or video people, I should say, that are watching on YouTube saw the play. Radio listeners missed it. They did not give us the full minute in between the timeouts there. So they run up the middle. Owen Hammersland, nice stop up the middle there. Nice run as he brings it inside the 20-yard line, down to the 19-yard line. Picks up 8 yards. Second down, actually third down and 2 yards to go. Inside 50 seconds left here in the third quarter.
And that's one of his best runs of the night, 8-yard gain there, and showed a little quickness, a little shakery there to get by the defender.
And now think about this. You're the defense here of Edco. You absolutely want to finish this game off strong here. I mean, since the opening drive of the ball game, this is as far as the Warriors have gotten.
Yeah, they just haven't been able to capitalize on anything.
So third down, we'll call it 2 yards to go. Reimer in motion, and they are going to run Griffin Hammersland left side. He's got first down to the 15-yard line, and chasing him down was Ingalls, one of them from behind. Hoffman there as well, but it moves the chains, and that may be our final play of quarter number 3 as we go inside 10 seconds left in the quarter, and the Warriors will be content to take it to the 4th. So we have played 3 quarters in Edgewood. Vikings well in command, 62-6. Back with the final quarter after this.
Top Gun Customs knows that the insurance company wants you to do all the work for them. They want you to download the app, take the pictures, upload them, then they want you to accept the paltry check they think will repair your vehicle. No, no, no. Top Gun writes an accurate estimate, takes the photos, and explains the repair process to you. Let Bob and the guys take all the worries out of your repairs. Call Bob or Nancy at 563-964-9899 at Top Gun to schedule your repair today.
Warrior Viking football is brought to you in part by Car Auto Group, online at KARAutogroup.com. Fisk Farm and Home in Monona, Cresco, and Decorah. Farmers Savings Bank of Colesburg, Elkport, Garber, Strawberry Point, Arlington, Elgin, and Wadena. Member FDIC. Clayton County Recycling in Monona. Myers Auto Service in Monona. TJ's Pizza in Monona and Claremont. LTI & Sons Water Conditioning, your Connecticut dealer in Postville. Dean Family Chiropractic in Claremont. Thompson Construction and Monona Overhead Door. Growl Logs and Lumber in Elkader. Timber is a crop, harvest wisely. St. Olaf Ag Sales and Service. T&K Cahoon, your Napa dealer in Monona. And Nick's Excavating and Kane Construction in Farmersburg. So it's 62-6, Edco in the lead. By the way, BCL-UW leading Postville 41-0 going into the fourth. Northeast leading MFL Marmac 14-7 at the half. Nashua Plainfield leading Clayton Ridge 9-6 at the half. North Fayette Valley leads New Hampton 31-0 at the half. Southwind leading Starmont 26-21 at the half. We'll continue to keep you up to date on the ball games. Meanwhile, first down, 10 yards to go for the Warriors. We start this fourth quarter with Central down to the 15-yard line.
Yeah, just trying to finish out a drive here. They've got it inside Edco territory. They haven't been in this situation since early in this ball game, so trying to finish something off.
I formation, first down, 10 yards to go, and they're going to run it with the fullback Owen Hammersline, but he's hit at the line of scrimmage and could not get through. Again, the Vikings, Stelkin, the first one up front. It's a loss of a yard. Second down. And say 11 yards to go. How about no gain on that? Let's not take any backward yardage for Owen.
Yeah, I think that was just a right at the line of scrimmage there, so not able to get a whole lot.
Well, if you look at it, the official standing at the 15-yard line, but the stick, for some reason, is a yard behind him. So it's still second down, 10 yards to go. Back to the I formation once again. Again, Owen Hammersland is in at fullback. And on the second down play, they look to throw the football. Rolling right side, he's got a receiver. Hertrump catches it inside the 5 and tackled short of the goal line there by Ingles. So they just roll out the tight end to the right. First and goal for Central.
Yeah, able to get that first down and a nice big target there, and Jake Hertrump able to pick that up.
They've really looked to Hertrump receiving-wise in this ball game more than they have much of this season.
Yeah, a lot of targets. He's got 4 catches now, so able to get in another 4 catches to go with the 4 he came in with.
So first and goal for the Warriors here. From the 3-yard line is where they spot it. So on first and goal, again, I formation. They go left side. It is Reimer trying to bounce left side. He is stopped in his tracks left side. Lang up from the secondary. It's a no-gain play. And it's second and goal from the 3-yard line as the Viking defense looks like they're going to finish here with the starters to try to get a stop.
Yeah, I'm sure they want to keep them out of the end zone here once again, but just need to stay healthy. That's the biggest thing I keep emphasizing.
Absolutely, because in the 8-man game, obviously, you're not deep. There's a reason why you're playing 8-man football. You're not like Easton Valley, which has, 10 players I think they're down to?
10 players are down to, yeah.
Second down and goal. Right side, Reimer follows Hertrump, goes right side, follows Hammersland, and gets in for the touchdown right side. Reimer plunges in from 3. No, he did not get in.
He didn't get in. He's on the 1.
Our official held up the hand there, stopping the play. So he got to the 1. It is not a touchdown. Third and goal from the 1. Warriors will try it again to finish it off.
That gets Reimer back to positive yards, though.
So third down inside the 2-yard line. And the Warriors have not scored. They scored the opening points of this ball game at 6-0. They have been off the scoreboard since then. So they continue in the I formation. Third down and goal from the 1-yard line. Griffin Hammersland goes back right side to Reimer. Reimer goes right side, does not get to the edge. He's going to be stood up again, and it's no gain. So the Vikings continuing to play hard defensively. Ball's in that area. Also there is Miller, and it's going to be fourth down and goal. And this is really from the 2-yard line now.
This is some stout defense out of the Vikings. Taking a goal line stand here on fourth down.
Aren't you surprised that Owen Hammersland hasn't got the last 2 carries?
Touched it, yeah. They give it to Hammersland.
They're using him as a blocker. Fourth down and goal. Right side, Griffin Hammersland trying to roll out right side. He's tackled. Actually missing the tackle is going to be Balls, but it's a horse collar tackle as Griffin Hammersland trying to boot it around right side, and the play is blowing up. He'll get to the 5-yard line, but the Warriors are going to get a fresh set of downs, I believe, on a penalty there on the tackle.
Yeah, they're going to talk this over, and Hammersland lost yards on that. And great pursuit by the Vikings, but I think you're right. They got a hold of inside that pad before he snuck away.
It is a personal foul. It is a face mask penalty is what they rule. So it is a face mask penalty as the Vikings defensively did everything right there to blow up the play. But the problem was they got part of Griffin Hammersland's face mask when it looked like he was going to be tackled by Balls. Balls was the guilty party there. But he was able to shake off that tackle. But for the Warriors, first and goal to the 1 again, a new set of downs.
Yeah, that gets them halfway to the goal line, so we're going to be on the 1. They're going to have a fresh set of downs, 4 chances. One of these chances has got to be on Hammersland.
All right, this will be their 5th attempt. So from the 1-yard line, Vikings have had the door closed, and I'd be awful surprised to not see Owen Hammersland get a touch in the next couple of plays, huh? And now Central has to take a timeout. So the Warriors want to be sure what they're doing. We're still playing with 8:42 to go. We'll take this quick break. Back with more after this.
We are excited to now offer the MyChart Patient Portal. With MyChart, you can receive your text results more quickly, request appointments, and prescription refills. Take care of your children and other family members who need extra help, contact your provider, and more. You can also link your account with other MyChart accounts you may have. Sign up now for a Veterans Memorial Hospital and Clinic's MyChart account by calling us at 563-568-5696 or email us at mychart@vmhospital.com.
All right, welcome back. Exceptional people close to home. Veterans Memorial Hospital, by the way. 8:42 to go in our fourth quarter. And the Warriors taking a timeout. That is their second timeout of this half. They still have one timeout to use. And you can understand that if you're Central, you want to finish this baby off.
Hey, you want to get points here, and I think Coach Hanna was talking to his defense about let's keep him out of the end zone. So this could be an interesting set of 4 downs here on the 1 yard line.
All right, another score. Northeast leads MFL Marmac now at the end of 3, 28-23. Meanwhile, it is fourth down. So they did not give him and they go to Owen Hammersland, and he stopped again. The Vikings make the stop. It was half the distance, not an automatic first down in the high school game. They tried to run it up the gut. And what a stand by the Vikings defense. I know you're up big, but they blew it up front. Hoffman and a host of Vikings there.
Yeah, there was just nothing there. There was no hole, no room, and kudos to the Viking defense, but good Lord, Central needs to punch that in.
Yeah.
I mean, you had 5-6 point-blank chances at that, not able to do it.
So with 8:36 to go, the Vikings here, and you can understand this because you've got them out the 1 yard line. I think you're just going to try to get it out of there, just to keep things maybe close to the vest. And there's still some things to work on here. As a matter of fact, we have seen the change now as Jaden Miller comes in at quarterback to start here with 2 receivers to the right. And on this play, Miller to roll out to the right, and he's going to boot it right side. Gets to the 5 yard line. There's a flag. Miller's in the opening, and he's going to race down the sideline. 40, 30. He is gone on a run that's going to go 79 yards. But it's all coming back. A holding penalty against the Vikings where that flag is thrown.
And this is interesting because I don't know if he knew what was going on. He stepped out before he got to the end zone. He stepped out of bounds, and I don't know if he knew this was over or if he was just trying to keep the clock running or what it was. But all of it's for nothing. It's coming back. They're going to back him up half the distance. So they're going to be on their half-yard line here.
So it's 1st and 10.5 now. But Miller, where did he step out of bounds at, by the way? I was blocked by that view.
He stepped out of bounds on the 1. He just stepped out. And he was going into the end zone and just took a sidestep and stepped out. He must have known something was up.
Well, I was going to say, if he really would have known, he'd have stopped at the 30-yard line.
Yeah, I was like, that was a strange place to step out.
So half the distance to the goal. So it's still 1st and 10 for the Vikings. So Jack Stagger has been replaced at the quarterback spot today. And you'll see more of this as we continue to play here in this fourth quarter. By the way, we lost about a minute by the time that penalty, and they respotted things and start the play clock again. But again, it is now 1st down and a little longer. So they continue with Ingles behind Miller. And here is the play. Miller's going to run it up the middle with Ingles. Ingles gets across the 5 yard line. Give him 5 yard pickup. Well, closer to maybe 3 yards. And it's going to be 2nd down as the Vikings just run it now with Ingles. Ingles has had a good night running. Stagger, by the way, has 4 touchdowns rushing?
4 touchdowns over 100 yards. Carson Ingles, 2 touchdowns over 100 yards. So great night for those 2 backs.
And Stagger has thrown for 2 touchdowns too. So he has rushed for 4 and thrown for 2. Not a bad night for that quarterback.
Not bad at all for the young sophomore.
2nd down, 7 yards to go. They gave him a 3 yard pickup on that play. Now they change it and say it's 2nd down and 8 yards to go. Light rain continuing to fall. 2nd down, 8 yards to go. Split receivers, and they send a receiver in motion, and they're going to toss it right side, and that is going to be carrying the football, I believe, Lang. It's Batten. Batten goes across the 10-yard line. 1st down, yardage as he's pushed out of bounds. Short of the 20-yard line, Carter Batten with the rush around right end. And the Vikings move the chains. They'd like nothing better here than to just have a long ending drive to end this ball game, huh?
Whether it ends on points or just a nice long drive, they just want to finish this off.
And now this is what you expected. After they got out of the shadow of their goal line, they would start to replace some guys. And Ingles checking out of the ball game. And also coming out for them as well is number 62, and that is Brady Tyne checking out. Stelkin checks out of the ball game as well. Dace Arthur is now in as a wide receiver on the left side. Number I think Cooper Brown is a receiver to the right.
Yep.
Meanwhile, first down, 10 yards to go. Miller, they run it up the middle. I'm not sure who's got that ball, but he's maybe getting back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it.
I wonder if that's Carter Knipper. That's the next
number
running
16
back.
is who that is. Carter Knipper, the sophomore. And his 9th carry of the season. Rain falling a little harder. Second down, 9 yards to go.
Yeah, just a 1-yard pickup, but I think right now all you're looking at is let's keep the clock moving, keep the ball on the ground, let's get out of here and stay healthy for postseason next week. Edco knows they're going to be at home. We just don't know who they're playing yet.
Yep, and, we'll talk with Coach Hannah about this, but could see somebody like Clarksville again. That's how they started the season. You're going to face, in all likelihood, a third-place team from a district. Second down, 9 yards to go. Miller alone in the backfield. He's going to bring it around left end on the quarterback keeper. 25-yard line. Miller to the 30-yard line. Up the far sideline. Miller's in the open and running away from everybody. 30, 20, 10. Is he gone for the touchdown? He is. He took it in this time for the score. 57-yard run by Jaden Miller.
Nope, he stepped out.
He stepped out of bounds short of the 1?
Yep, he stepped out in the 1.
It looked like he got inside the pylon.
No, he stepped right in. He stepped right before the pylon. He stepped out to stop stop the play, reset it, let the clock run. I don't think he got in for the score because nobody signaled touchdown.
Well, no, and I think the Edco coaching staff still believes that, they're sending everybody back out here now.
Yeah, they didn't know that he didn't go in for the touchdown there.
So, again, it ends up being a run of, 56 yards
56
instead?
yards, yeah.
So Miller, again, stepping out of bounds at the 1-yard line, and this is a case there of, let's see what the Vikings do. They have a running back. They want to get Hoffman in.
Oh, it's Hoffman.
Yeah,
they want to get him a score.
Hoffman's at tailback now. All right, here's the snap. They go to Hoffman left side, hit in the backfield, and Hoffman goes in for the score. That's exactly what they're trying to do. Senior William Hoffman, what a way to finish here. Senior night for Edco. Plunges in from 1 yard out. 68-6, Vikings in the lead.
Now we know what he was talking about, why he was doing what he was doing. They wanted to get Billy Hoffman a touchdown, the senior, who this year decided not to play offense, was only defense, but they wanted to get him a touch anyway.
Yeah, and how about that for the Vikings? I mean, isn't that a great story to hear? How unselfish?
Absolutely.
So Hoffman, and it was great. Hoffman trying to line up, and he's lined up for the conversion here too. But he was looking to the sideline, like, is this where I'm supposed to be?
Am I here? Am I getting the ball? Yeah, absolutely. Yes. You're getting the ball.
So here's your conversion, and they're going to try Hoffman again, and goes up the middle, in for the conversion. And the Viking crowd certainly enjoys it. 4:25 to go. The Vikings have hung up 70 on the scoreboard. They lead 70-6. Back with the finish after this.
Inspiring changes to a happier, healthier you is what we do at Clayton Drug. We are committed to helping you achieve the highest quality of life possible. We are a full-service pharmacy offering services such as med packing to your home or mail delivery and online prescription refill. We also offer a cash pricing program on name brand and generic prescriptions. Call 563-245-2530 to find out more. Clayton Drug, connecting the communities of Elkader, Strawberry Point, and Sumner to serve us all in between.
Warrior Viking Football is brought to you in part by Edgewood Farm and Home, Lloyd Kelchin Grain in Edgewood, Kendrick Forest Products in Edgewood, Four Scoops and More in Colesburg, Community Insurance with offices in Edgewood and Delhi, Citizen State Bank of Monticello, Hopkinton, Ryan, Manchester, Winthrop, Strawberry Point, Springville, and New Vienna, member FDIC and equal housing lender, Blooms Flowers, Gibson Moore in Edgewood, Edgewood Convalescent Home and Lincolnwood Assisted Living, and by Northeast Iowa Subdrains in Strawberry Point. 4:25 to go. William Hoffman, the senior, 1 yard run. Hoffman for the conversion, and it's 70-6. And to launch it away is Dace Arthur. A new change there. It's a short kick. Warriors have some subs back in there. And back to receive there, I believe, is wearing a 5 number there. And he's stacked up short of the 15-yard line by 3 Vikings. Back there to receive was 55 Burns. I was curious if that's who it was, but it was number 55, Garrett Burns. Well, he's the only 50 on the line.
Well, 55 and 60 were the two who were back receiving the kickoff.
Well, and Burns a senior, Braden Taylor a senior as well, so let's get these guys some touches.
Absolutely.
Which is absolutely great for the Warriors here. Inside 4 minutes to go, and I continue here. The subs coming into this ball game here.
Yeah, we've got a lot of different numbers out there, so we'll pass along as much as we can.
Central will continue with Griffin Hammersland and Owen Hammersland out there. On first down, 10 yards to go. They run it. Nope, and they're going to run it right side with Reimer. Reimer gets to the edge. He's across the 25-yard line, 30-yard line, has first down yardage. 11-yard pickup around right end. Into the game for Edco is number 11. Dakota Hansel, 5'10 junior, 150 pounds. I believe that was Arthur in on that tackle. Also in there as well is number 63, Carter Bailey, a sophomore, 5'10", 245 pounds. First down, 10 yards to go. We approach 3 minutes in the fourth quarter. And I formation now here for Central. And they're going to toss it left side to Owen Hammersland. Trying to get to the corner. Correction, it is actually the tailback in Reimer. Cannot get to the edge. He is stopped at the 25-yard line for a loss of a yard. And again in that area, number 6.
That's Cooper Brown.
Yeah, Cooper Brown making the play.
And Dakota Hansel in on that. That was a good tackle by both of those young men, getting some time in there.
Yeah, absolutely. Teaming up there. And it's going to be now here, second down and 11 yards to go. Central will close the season 4-4. Edco will finish this regular season 8-0, 6-0, and all 6 victories. Impressive in this district.
Yeah, absolutely. They've had a huge year come to scoring.
Second down, 10 yards to go. They run up the middle with Reimer. A couple of yards, gets across the 25-yard line, stops short of the 30-yard line. It'll be second down, actually third down, 6 yards to go. It does not appear that Owen Hammersland is going to get to 1,000 yards this season. As a matter of fact, he will check out here. But what a year he has had, the junior running back for them. 927 yards coming into tonight's ball game. And obviously, he'll be the key piece for them coming back next season. But he is over 1,000 yards offensively this year because he had 177 yards receiving. Third down, 7 yards to go. Inside 2 minutes left in the fourth. Some subs in for Central as well. They toss it right side to Reimer. Reimer trying to get around right end. He will. Across the 35-yard line. First down by Reimer. Fumbles the football. At least the Vikings signaling they have it. Ballsinger in that area. And the Vikings say they have the football. And the official says they do. So it is first down for the Vikings. The ball fumbled as they carried it around right side. And now the Vikings will just have to take some knees to end their perfect regular season.
Yep, they're going to just go in that victory formation, I would assume, and run this clock out.
All right, so I don't know who the ball was recovered by there.
I don't know either. I didn't see it even come out, but the Vikings knew right away they had recovered.
Number 30 into the game, Kinnick Mott, a freshman for Edco, 5'8", 135 pounds. Trying to get as many of these names in as we can. Number 50 into the ball game, Colton Hoisington. He's a sophomore, 5'10", 175. Been a big night for Edco. Junior high played here at 5 o'clock, and they had an impressive victory.
They had a huge win. They had a continuous clock in that game as well.
So first down, 10 yards to go. They go to their take-a-knee formation, I should say, and they'll snap it back with the play clock probably at 1, and it will be at the quarterback spot again, Miller. So they are content to get out of here. For the Vikings, you achieved what you wanted to do and set yourself up there for what they hope is a long postseason ride. Snap back with 2 seconds to go. Miller takes a snap, takes a knee. Let's side of our officials decide to wait till there's below 25 seconds to mark the ball, and actually they're just going to let the play clock.
Central has taken a timeout.
Seriously?
Yep. They are indicating that Central has taken a timeout. So we will have at least one more play.
Well, and this may be to get some kids in.
It might be.
Because they're not even coming over to the other side. So I think this is just Owen Hammersland's checking out of the ball game. I think he wants those kids, some of the seniors to check out there, and some of the kids that haven't played to at least get another snap here. And this is really geared towards the seniors.
Yeah, absolutely. They want to get some of those seniors in there for that last play here and take that snap.
Yeah, you shake your head, time out. What are you doing? But they didn't even come over to the sideline. This is like in basketball. We just want to make substitutions.
We want to get some substitution, absolutely.
All right, so they will have to snap it one more time to end this ball game. So there's the snap. Miller takes a snap, steps up, takes a knee, and the game comes to an end. Well, the Vikings fell down 6-0, but dominated after that point. And it is Edco, the 6th-ranked team in Class A, going into the postseason undefeated. Impressive yet again. The Vikings defeat the Warriors tonight by a final score of 70-6. With the win, Edco 8-0, 6-0 in the district. The Warriors close the season with a record of 4-4. They finish with a 2-4 record in the district. We'll take a break. When we return, coaching interviews, game stats, and more. Scores from across the area. Your post-game show is coming up. You're listening to high school football on KCTN, Garnavello, Elkader, Iowa.
Hi, this is Cody from Torkelson Motors in Elgin and Waukon. At Torkelson Motors, we believe that student involvement in activities is a great way to help grow our communities, and we are proud to help sponsor this game for your enjoyment. We've been serving Northeast Iowa since 1926 and appreciate the business that our customers have given us and the support they provide to our area schools and communities. So the next time you are in need of a new or used vehicle, or a repair, stop into Torkelson Motors, where we've been selling cars the old-fashioned way with a friendly smile and a handshake right here next door in Elgin and Walk On.
During spring and summer, severe weather can strike in a hurry. If you see a power line on the ground, stay away, keep others away, and call your electric utility. If there's a downed power line due to an accident, stay inside your vehicle until the utility arrives and de-energizes the line. Learn what to do if you see a downed power line. Doing the right thing could save your life. Alameda Clayton Electric Cooperative, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
Being good at life means getting your finances in order so you can focus on the moments that matter most. With over 175 years of experience, New York Life Insurance Company offers insurance and financial solutions you can benefit from while you're, well, living. For trusted guidance, contact your local agents, Andrew Reimer or Troy Springer with your Vision Financial Group, proudly located and serving the beautiful Guttenberg community. Call Andy or Troy at 563-252-2471. Start planning today for peace of mind tomorrow. Your Vision Financial Group is not owned or operated by New York Life.
When making up a to-do list, don't forget to include servicing your car at Edie's AC Delco Service Center in Garnavillo. Your car should have the best care, and Edie's will make sure of it. Stop in or call 964-2186 to make an appointment. Tires worn out? Well, Edie's can replace them. Need a tow? Call Edie's at 964-2186. Kay, Lynn, and Todd invite you to stop by and fill your car's tank with fuel at Edie's AC Delco Service Center in Garnavillo. Edie's open 7 a.m. Mondays through Saturdays.
Alpine Communications believes connected communities become thriving communities. We are the local telephone company that became a 21st century communications provider. Alpine provides internet, television, cellular security, and telephone too. We promise personal, timely, reliable service from people who live here. When you choose us, we all thrive. Connect with Alpine Communications today. Click alpinecom.net or call 563-245-4000.
Strawberry Building Supply offers all your building materials for residential and commercial projects. Whether you're building from the ground up, remodeling your home, or a weekend project, we have the materials you'll need. We are an authorized Milwaukee dealer for all your Milwaukee tools. Strawberry Building Supply also has everything you'll need for your pets and livestock. Stop into Strawberry Building Supply today at 413 West Mission Street, Strawberry Point, or call 563-933-4579.
Warrior Viking Football is brought to you in part by Guttenberg Municipal Hospital and Clinic. Check out career opportunities at guttenberghospital.org. The Loena Savings Bank, member FDIC. Culligan Water Conditioning in Elkader. Rivals Inc. Custom Gear, Screen Printing, Embroidery, and online shopping at rivalsinc.com. Bruins and James Insurance, your Grinnell Mutual agent in Monona. Furniture Showcase and All Wine, lighting showroom, flooring, furniture, and window treatments. And by Meyer Collision and Service Center in Guttenberg and Elkader. Welcome back to Edgewood. Again, our final score, Edco victorious over Central tonight by a final score of 70-6 as the Vikings fell down 6-0 on the opening drive. But Jack Stager in this ballgame rushes for 4 touchdowns, throws for a couple of more. And the Vikings put up 78 last week, 70 in the ballgame tonight. Let's update you on scores. Northeast leading MFL Marmac in the fourth quarter. The score there is 28-23. Northeast leads MFL Marmac. The winner there is the 4 seed. Meanwhile, North Fayette Valley on their way to winning late in the third quarter. They lead New Hampton by a score of 37-7. Nashua Plainfield has extended the lead against Clayton Ridge, now leading 23-6 going into the fourth quarter. Nobody scored in the Starmont South Wind game in the third quarter, so South Wind still leads 26-21. Both those teams playing in a game with playoff implications. And BCL-UW leading Postville 41-0 as they start the fourth quarter of that ball game tonight. So again, the Vikings celebrating senior night, and it's different. Everybody does homecoming different, senior night different as well, and I kind of like this. They do it after the game, and you have all the football players, the guys that aren't seniors, down on a knee along the sideline, about 2 or 3 yards spread out, and then they introduce the seniors, and they make their way across here. So it's kind of neat.
Yeah, absolutely. Pretty cool atmosphere. Big win for these seniors and undefeated season. Now they look to the postseason after senior night.
All right, let's talk about, first off, stats in the ball game. Edco victorious. Let's start with the Vikings.
Yeah, we'll start on the ground. We'll start with the quarterback, Jack Stager. 7 carries, 105 yards. He had touchdowns of 6, 52, 1, and 27. Carson Ingalls, 6 carries, 112 yards. He had a touchdown of 70 yards and a touchdown of 23. Jaden Miller, 3 carries for 50 yards. Carter Knipper, 1 carry for 1 yard. Carter Batten, 2 carries for 22 yards. And senior Billy Hoffman, 1 carry for 1 yard, a touchdown of 1 yard, put in the 2 points at the end as well. So 20 carries, 291 yards on offense on the ground. In the air, Steger pretty efficient, 8 for 10 tonight, 113 yards and 2 touchdowns. Christopher Lang is number 1 target, 5 catches, 83 yards. He had a touchdown of 11 yards. Carter Batten had 1 catch for 7 yards. Jaden Miller had a catch for 13 yards. Connor Balls had 1 catch for 10 yards, and that was a touchdown catch as well. So 8 catches, 113 yards, 2 touchdowns, 404 yards of offense for the Vikings tonight, doing it on the ground and in the air.
Yeah, they averaged over 14 yards a carry in this ball game tonight offensively. So, again, it's a scary team that can run the ball against you, throw the ball against you, and they've got speed. For Central in this ball game, it was a tough night, had a great opening drive. I can't emphasize how impressive that drive was to start the ball game. And they used it with a balance of running and rushing the football, and passing a football, I should say.
They came out and started on their own 25, marched down the field and scored, and you thought, you've had this feeling like they had a good start because then they had a 3-and-out. But after that, it was just a struggle. Owen Hammerslin tonight finishes 15 carries, only 32 yards. Griffin Hammerslin, 8 carries, 18 yards. Mason Lone, 7 carries, 21 yards. He had the 2-yard touchdown run to start the game. And George Reimer ended up with 11 carries, 22 yards. So 41 carries, only 94 yards for the Warriors tonight.
So, again, you're talking a little over 2 yards a carry.
2 yards a carry. In the air, Griffin Hammerslin, 9 completions on 20 attempts. He had 77 yards. He did have that 1 interception. Owen Hammerslin also had an attempt on that flea flicker play. But Owen Hammerslin had 3 catches for 15 yards. Mason Lone only 1 catch tonight for 5 yards. Jake Hairtrump led the way, 4 catches, 47 yards for the senior. And George Reimer had 1 catch for 10 yards, so 9 catches, 77 yards, along with the 94 yards on the ground, 171 yards of offense for the Warriors tonight.
All right, and again, Owen Hammerslin ends up at 960 yards on the season. I think the Warriors, obviously, you would love to see him go over 1,000 yards, but what a season he had as a leading rusher for the Warriors this year.
Yeah, he had a great season, and I think he's only going to get better going forward next year, and you're going to hear more about him for his senior campaign, but a little disappointed in how the second half of the season went, I think, for Owen Hammerslin.
And again, the Warriors taking a step forward. You won 3 games last year. You finally played some meaningful ball games late in this season. You finished 4-4, but the last 2 weeks you've played some ball games that at least you're playing for the possibility of something.
Right, you're playing for something. You're playing for that postseason berth. And I think Coach Downs is going to be happy with, hey, we're in something that means something, that has some implications, but now you got to take one more step forward.
So, and then that'll be the process for them. Part of the process, right? But you can see the direction they're heading there. And, again, they have some seniors that will close the season for them. It's some seniors that have stuck around. That's the big thing. You didn't have a lot of success. One year you didn't even play varsity, if you remember right.
Yeah, you got some of these guys that just haven't seen that success, and I think you have to hang your hat on the success you did have this year and say, hey, we did some positives. We moved this forward, and it was those seniors who stuck with it, stayed out for football, and helped them push that forward.
All right, we're still hoping to talk with Central coach J.W. Downs on our postgame show, and we do know we will talk with Edco football coach Alex Hanna. We'll take a break. Your postgame show continues from Edgewood. Vikings win 70-6. Back with more after this.
Hey, Justin Birdnow here from Birdnow Chevrolet in Monona. I want to take a moment to wish all the local athletes good luck during their game. You have worked incredibly hard, and it shows during each game. Myself and the entire Birdnow Chevrolet Monona team is wishing you all that you do your best and good luck.
Getting to the age of 55 may have earned you wisdom, but Central State Bank thinks you should get something more, like a checking account that earns you interest. We believe you've earned the right to avoid fees for ATM and debit cards, wire transfers, cashier checks, and insufficient funds transfers. Call or visit Central State Bank today and ask about our Classic 55 checking. It's time you've got what you earned. Central State Bank, member FDIC.
Elkader Tax and Bookkeeping are proud supporters of all of our local high school sports teams. We want to wish everyone the best of luck on their season. We are here for all your tax, payroll, and bookkeeping needs. Give us a call at 563-245-2154. Again, that number is 563-245-2154. Thank you from Kurt and Ann at Elkader Tax and Bookkeeping, located in downtown Elkader.
Warrior Viking Football is brought to you in part by Guttenberg Municipal Hospital and Clinic. Check out career opportunities at guttenberghospital.org. The Loena Savings Bank, member FDIC. Culligan Water Conditioning in Elkader. Rivals Inc. Custom gear, screen printing, embroidery, and online shopping at rivalsinc.com. Bruins and James Insurance, your Grinnell Mutual agent in Monona. Furniture Showcase and All Wine, lighting showroom, flooring, furniture, and window treatments. And by Meyer Collision and Service Center in Guttenberg and Elkader. Welcome back here to Edgewood. We'll continue our post-game show here in just a bit with our coaching interviews. You can understand Edco taking a team picture right now just at their side of the end zone, and why not? You finished the regular season undefeated with a record of 8-0. Our post-game show continues. We're joined by Edco football coach, once again, Alex Hanna. Coach, first off here, what was the change defensively after the opening drive?
Well, it seemed to us like in that first drive, they kind of scripted their plays because they ran 3 formations that we hadn't seen. They ran about 4 plays that we hadn't seen, so I think that they had a really good game plan that first drive. I told our guys after they scored, boys, that's the best they've executed on offense right down the field. We look stupid on that drive, so, but the good news is we score a lot of points, so giving up a touchdown on the first drive, it's not a killer for us. And the boys right away were like, yeah, they just beat us on that drive. So, kudos to them. They executed well on the first drive, but the only difference is we just keep coming. We just keep coming.
Well, that was a big thing. I think they only averaged 2 yards a rush in this ball game, 9 of 20 passing-wise there. They threw for less than 100 yards. So, yeah, defensively, you had a number of kids getting it done for you, especially on the edges.
Absolutely, yeah. Keegan and Connor played great on the edges. They both had specific jobs out of that formation. One of them's handling the jet, one of them's handling the counter. And I don't think a jet or a counter hurt us the whole night. Elkader got wise to that and started running the dive a little bit on us, so we had to change there. But just defensively, these guys just keep coming. Like I said, they just keep coming. They're hard-nosed. They're not afraid to stick their nose in there and get after it. So really, really proud of our defensive effort tonight. It's great to see us play. It's probably the best defensive game we played this year headed into the playoffs. So happy to hear that.
So let's talk about offensively. Those are the numbers. You rush for over 15 yards, basically a carry. Jack Stagger, let's start there. Rushes for 4, throws for 2.
Yeah, I haven't seen the stats, so I'll take your word for it, Dan. But, it's part of playing 8-man football is if you have the best athlete on the field, you're at an advantage. And Jax has been the best athlete on the field every single time we've gone out there. He's an incredibly coachable young man. He does exactly what we need him to do, and he's not afraid to take risk. We've given him the chance or the opportunity to take some risk. One of those long touchdown runs, it looked like he kind of did like a reverse type thing out of the read. That was completely him. That wasn't the play that was called. He just said, I thought it would work. Okay, it did work. But it didn't work. It worked because they weren't ready for it because nobody had seen it before. But really proud of him. But I really thought our line played well tonight too. We controlled line of scrimmage. We moved the line of scrimmage backwards, and Carson ran really well. Chris and Carter also made some nice catches, and our wide receivers blocked really, really well tonight too.
I think that's the big thing you got. Because the one thing about especially there was one formation where you had basically bunch formation to the right, and the job they did blocking. I mean, you have willing receivers out there.
Absolutely, yeah. Well, that's part of the culture. You're a football player. You're not a wide receiver. So our receivers blocked really well. I thought we had a couple holding calls that we'll have to see on film how they ended up, but. Really, really proud. Just it's a complete team effort, and everybody played their butts off tonight.
All right. Obviously, Carson Engels, 112 yards. That 70-yard touchdown run really kind of seemed to spring things.
Yeah, and that was a tough run. That was a tough run. He kind of bounced off 2 or 3 guys there, but they didn't handle the counter real well. We hadn't run the counter much at all. We hadn't had much success with the counter, but they didn't handle it real well. That kick out in the seal was working for us, and Carson's an explosive back. He doesn't look very fast, but he's very explosive and he's very shifty, and he really gets to the spots we need him to get to.
All right. At the end of the ball game, Jade Miller steps out at the 1-yard line there.
Yep, that's for Billy Hoffman.
Yeah.
Billy, our senior defensive lineman. He doesn't play any offense, but he's one of those 5 seniors that just absolutely worked their tails off all summer long. And we felt the need to get him in the end zone. And there's nothing guaranteed in the playoffs. You don't expect a ball game like this in the playoffs. So we felt like it was important to get him in the end zone to reward him for all the hard work that he put in and the dedication he's had to the program.
Yeah, absolutely great to see you there. All right, now let's talk about the postseason. You're going to be home, and again, any idea what you think?
I don't want to speculate. I got a pretty good idea. I think what's going to happen, but I'll leave that to the viewers at home to guess about that stuff. All we're concerned about is enjoying this win tonight. You know, we huddled up on the goal line. The boys are emotional. You know, I was emotional just telling the guys, you got to remember this feeling. You know, yeah, we're 8-0 back-to-back, perfect, you know, undefeated seasons, district champions back-to-back. That doesn't happen very often. You have to enjoy this feeling. So we're not really worried about the playoffs tonight. Tonight it's all about, you know, loving our teammates and enjoying the accomplishment and all the hard work that we put in to get to this spot. Tomorrow morning at 10 a.m.
Yes.
is when we'll start to figure out what we're going to do in the playoffs, and that's been our mantra.
All right.
Tomorrow's we're going to work.
We'll be here next Friday. We look forward to talking to you before the game. Congratulations. Good luck.
Yeah, thanks, Dan and Aaron. Appreciate it.
You betcha. Again, the final score, 70-6, Edco victorious. Back with more after this. TNT Power Sports sells and services all makes and models of UTVs and ATVs. We have a nice selection of clean used units available along with new units. Contact Brian, Sawyer, or Tracy for your next UTV or ATV purchase. To keep your UTV or ATV in top-notch condition for work or play, schedule your service work with Brian or Nathan by calling 563-245-1100 or stop into TNT Power Sports north of Elkader on Highway 13 for all your sales or service work.
Elkader Tax and Bookkeeping are proud supporters of all of our local high school sports teams. We want to wish everyone the best of luck on their season. We are here for all your tax, payroll, and bookkeeping needs. Give us a call at 563-245-2154. Again, that number is 563-245-2154. Thank you from Kurt and Ann at Elkader Tax and Bookkeeping, located in downtown Elkader.
Warrior Viking Football is brought to you in part by Car Auto Group, online at KARAutogroup.com. Fisk Farm and Home in Monona, Cresco, and Decorah. Farmers Savings Bank of Colesburg, Elkport, Garber, Strawberry Point, Arlington, Elgin, and Wadena. Member FDIC. Clayton County Recycling in Monona. Myers Auto Service in Monona. TJ's Pizza in Monona and Claremont. LTI & Sons Water Conditioning, your Connecticut dealer in Postville. Dean Family Chiropractic in Claremont. Thompson Construction and Monona Overhead Door. Growl Logs and Lumber in Elkader. Timber is a crop, harvest wisely. St. Olaf Ag Sales and Service. T&K Cahoon, your Napa dealer in Monona. And Nick's Excavating and Kane Construction in Farmersburg. Welcome back to Edgewood. Post-game show continues. We're hoping to talk with Central coach J.W. Downs, but a little difference out here is that, you know, they have to get loaded on a bus and go back to the school and things like that. And it might just, at this point, they might just go home in a ball game. Some schools do that, especially if they're close enough for Central. But obviously, it would be great to talk with Coach Downs, talk about his seniors, because they have 8 seniors that, again, that you have to admire staying with it, because it was a team that did not have a lot of success, as we mentioned, one year where they didn't even play varsity. So it is, again, imperative that you talk about those seniors for Central that have hung with it.
Yeah, I can go through the list. We've got Jake Hairtrump. We talked about him a lot tonight with his receiving, playing tight end. Braxton Borman, who's not on the team because of the injury, but did a lot for this team.
Still ended up with one of their leading tacklers on the season.
Yeah, leading tacklers, lead blocker for him, carried the ball a little bit, had that injury last year. It was good to see him back on the field. Preston Culper did a little quarterbacking for them. You know, played defense a lot for him this year. Going down the line, we've got Max Fettketter. We talked his name tonight, very big on defense. Back receiving some kickoffs tonight, just kind of filling in some gaps there. Garrett Burns, we saw him earlier in this year. He played end for the Warriors, was just blowing up plays to start the season, so a big player for them on defense. Braden Taylor played center, played defensive line for him. We've got Cameron McDonald on the team, another senior, and Shelton Keene, another big lineman for them. So a lot of guys who didn't have to stick around. And I think that's what Coach Downs would probably talk about. They didn't have to stick around. They didn't have to gut this out because it looked pretty bleak a couple of years there. But, man, they've seen some strides these last 2 years, and those seniors kind of led the way for them.
Yeah, it's a team that finishes 4-4. And, again, taking another step forward this year. Won 3 games last year. 4 games you won this year. It's a team that we mentioned the 8 seniors, but they return plenty coming back next year. It'll be built around their running back in Owen Hammersland, along with their quarterback Griffin Hammersland and Mason Lone, who is their utility player. And he can play basically anywhere. We saw him at tailback tonight, saw him at receiver. Those are 3 really good pieces to start with.
Yeah, you've got some speed, you've got some toughness. Those kids, you know, they're the type of athletes who their favorite sport is whatever season it is. And so they're going to play other sports throughout the year, but they'll come back around in the fall, and you'll see them out here. They'll be tougher. They'll be quicker. They'll be hungrier, and they're going to bring some guys along with them. And this Central team, I don't believe, is going to go away quietly. I think they're going to come back again next year and try to be in the mix and going to be in the same district. So they're going to have to go through EDCO again, and they're going to get prepared for that.
All right, so as we start to wrap things up here, we're going to try to get you some updated scores the best we can. Starmont has scored a touchdown with 1:53 to go, and more importantly, getting the conversion. So they lead by 9 against Southwind, 35-26, the score of that ball game. So again, the Stars trying to get themselves into a number 4 position in that district and doing their part tonight as they just try to hang on now.
Well, and that's a team that things look pretty bleak, and we went into that Clayton Ridge game thinking, boy, Clayton Ridge is going to be 4-0, and Starmont
was 0-3 at the time.
They turned the corner. They made a change, in some positions and have been playing much better football and got themselves in the conversation, at least for the postseason. Looks like they've got a shot there up at Southwind.
All right, North Fayette Valley is on their way to getting the number 4 seed in their district as they are leading New Hampton in the fourth quarter, 37-7. So the Tigerhawks will be the number 4 seed in that district. Meanwhile, Nashua Plainfield pulling away from Clayton Ridge. At last report, at the end of the third quarter, the score of that ball game was 23-6. It was a 9-6 lead at the half. And it is now, again, the number 2 seed, Nashua Plainfield, is now leading by 17 in the fourth quarter. A Clayton Ridge team that needed some things to fall into place tonight. They needed to win, had to win by a certain amount of points. But
it doesn't look like it's going to happen, so they're going to miss out. But, North Fayette Valley going to have to travel as the 4 seed.
Yes.
Looks like Starmont, we'll see how things shake out there after the final score with Southwind. Does not look like Clayton Ridge probably going to make the postseason this year. EDCO obviously going to make the postseason. Is that all of our area teams?
Yeah.
That were in the mix tonight. So we'll get finals here, hopefully, before we get out of
here.
Yeah,
MFL Marmac and Northeast. That's the other matchup that, again, they're playing for the 4 seed in that ball game. And at last report, it was Northeast leading MFL Marmac 28-23. That ball game is in the fourth quarter. So we're going to hang on for a couple of minutes, see if we can get an update. See if we can get an update as well from the Nashua Plainfield Clayton Ridge score here on our post-game show, as those are 2 games that are going to be interesting down the stretch. And trying to get some teams into the postseason. Meanwhile, BCLUW has defeated Postville tonight by a final score of 48-0. Postville closes the regular season with that ball game at Conrad. Had to go to that town for that ball game tonight. All right, let's talk about EDCO now. Going into the postseason, the Vikings are ranked in the top 10. They're number 6. Going to stay. Worst case scenario, you'll stay there. Hopefully you move up. But there are a number of undefeated teams in the 8-man game. But we know the Vikings have played themselves into a position where they're going to be home for game number 1. And a chance that if you continue to move, you might be home for a while.
Yeah, for sure going to be home game 1. They're going to be a district champion, so they're going to host a 3 seed or possibly at large. But I assume the at large probably goes to number 1 or number 2. And if you get through that first round, there's a pretty good chance you're home for the second round. So they've set that up well. And we talk about some of those starters being in there in the third quarter. And if you're not familiar, you're thinking, well, the game's in hand. Why are they still out there? You want to make sure that you're scoring enough points and, setting that tone of, hey, we're in the top 10, we're in the top 6, we're in the top whatever that is. That's all for seeding down the road.
Well, see,
if you continue in the postseason.
And that's exactly why EDCO had to go to Bishop Garrigan last year.
Yeah.
EDCO, for some reason, which I'll never understand, was not ranked in the top 10. And again, they were undefeated. And may have gotten in late in the season at number 10.
Number 10, but they weren't in the top 8, which is huge because those 8 get to host for first and usually second rounds.
Yeah, and travel be darned. I mean,
throw that out the window.
And EDCO had went to Bishop Garrigan back in 2018, so for them, they'd been there, done that. But this was their first trip in 8-man over there, and Bishop Garrigan obviously ended up going to the Dome in that ball game. So EDCO feels like, though, they've got a lot of pieces, and they can run the ball, they can throw the ball when they need to, but the big thing is they have speed in the 8-man game. I mean, it's that way in everything, but in the 8-man game, it's just imperative.
Well, they have speed, and the thing that, has kind of been forgotten in this game tonight, we talk about their defense. Think about that goal line stand down there. Central had 5 point-blank chances at a touchdown from the 1 or 2 yard line, and EDCO didn't bend, didn't break. They stuffed them back out of there, and then the offense just marched down the field and scored. It's crazy how tough that defense is, and that was a big question mark to start the season. I don't think it's a question mark anymore. Those guys are legit, and they're working hard up front.
Yeah, and as we mentioned, Edco, a lot of these kids played in last year's team, so that experience will loom large for them. But as we said, this is a different team than a season ago. Yes, there's some similarities. You have an outstanding quarterback there, but it's more of a number of different guys involved offensively.
Yeah, you've got some different pieces in some different places, but you also have some guys who were there, who played and understand what it takes to get there. And you heard Coach Hanna talk about they're pretty emotional at the end of this, and they're going to enjoy this tonight, but they're going to come back to work tomorrow because they know they're not done. This isn't where they want to end. They don't want to finish 8-0 district champs. They want to finish 8-0 district champs, and ultimately they want to get to the Dome. That's the goal for any of these teams, is to play in the Dome, and now they got work to do to get ready for that.
Yeah, you always talk about speed. When you get speed on that Dome turf, wow.
Speed on that is impressive.
Yeah, we've seen that. We were there a couple of years ago when MFL Marmac played Grundy Center, a team that also had plenty of speed. So the last score we had from MFL Marmac and Northeast was 28-23. Northeast leading MFL Marmac. We're still trying to get a score on that ball game, so we'll take a break and we'll wrap things up after this as we can try to see if we can track down a score. Back with the final after this.
When I started out in the car business, my dad gave me some good advice. Hi, it's Forrest Brown with the Browns family of dealerships. What my dad told me is when you sell someone their first car, you need a good sales department. But if you expect to sell them their second, third, and fourth car, you better have a great service department. Visit any one of the Browns family of dealerships in Guttenberg, Elkader, West Branch, or Victory Ford in Dyersville and find out why Browns is your hometown dealer, no matter where your hometown may be.
At Freedom Bank, we're more than a bank. We're 100% employee-owned and proud to be part of the communities we serve. Our home equity line of credit is a smart, flexible way to use the equity you've built in your home. Whether it's home improvements, tuition, or unexpected expenses, Freedom Bank empowers success with local lenders you know and trust. Visit us today and let's build your future together. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender. All loans are subject to credit approval.
The Woodland Eye Clinic in Elkader and West Union are proud sponsors of high school sports. We are committed to bringing our patients the highest level of total eye care with detailed one-on-one attention. Our offices offer the newest technology and equipment with a professional team of experienced staff that is committed to you. Call us today for your next total eye care appointment. The Woodland Eye Clinic in Elkader and West Union supports all of our local athletes taking the field or court this season. Welcome back to Edgewood. Start to wrap up our post-game show here tonight on KCTN FM 100. Again, we have a final score. Nashua Plainfield, you talk about finishing strong. Wow. They put up 38 points in the second half to defeat Clayton Ridge tonight by a final score of 47-6. So at the half, it was 9-6. It was a really good ball game. And again, it is Nashua Plainfield ending Clayton Ridge's season tonight by a final score of 47-6. Meanwhile, Starmont scored with 1:52 to go in the ball game to go up 35-26. Southwind has scored with 50 seconds left in the ball game, so it's 35-32. So that ball game is in the final seconds. Meanwhile, we have another score here, and I believe it is a final now, 35-32. And we're going to double check to make sure that's a final score before we get out of here tonight. So Starmont appears to have played their way into the postseason tonight. We were hoping to get an MFL Marmac score before we got out of here, but unable to make some connection down there. So hopefully the Bulldogs can work their way back into the ball game. So next week, our countdown to kickoff begins at 6 o'clock. We'll check in with all of our area coaches once again to talk about tonight's ball game. We'll have, as well as game time, 7 o'clock here in Edgewood. We'll have Edco throughout the postseason here on KCTN FM 100, starting there on Friday nights. Again, the Vikings victorious tonight by a final score of 70-6. They are 8-0 on the season. Central closes the season 4-4. For Coach Aaron Hammond, I'm Dan Behrens. My thanks to Jenna Hammond for running our camera tonight and Paula Mahoney for anchoring the studio show once again tonight. For a complete recap of tonight's game, highlights, scores, and more, go to KCTN.com, click in the Sports tab. They've shut off the lights. This has been a presentation of KCTN FM 100 Sports. And by the way, it is Starmont winning.
Scooters Coffee in Manchester offers a variety of coffees, smoothies, blenders, and breakfast food products served all day long. Scooters Coffee offers fast and friendly service, too. In a hurry? Use the Scooters Coffee app to order, pay, and earn rewards. Simply stop at the drive-thru window and pick up your order. Scooter's Coffee is open Monday through Saturday, 5:30 a.m. till 8 p.m. and Sunday, 6 a.m. till 8 p.m. We look forward to seeing you at Scooter's Coffee in Manchester.